We are live.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
You may refer to me as Scribe.
I am Razor.
I'm Shiro.
Warrior?
Jude.
Dude, that's your cue.
That's your cue, Jude.
I'm a distracted Jude.
Perfectly, Jude.
Say the line.
Line!
Say the line.
Say the line! Stares blankly
Say
at...
the line, Jude.
Stares blankly at the... freezes, stares blankly, and stutters, looking at all the parents out there. Don't worry, you know, it's... And you're missing one chance. You peaked as the tree in the school play, that's it. And you managed to fail that.
Sometimes it was the worst of times.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
So, but with that jokes digression aside, we are the Grand Gaming Guild, and we are continuing an ongoing Fallout 2 D20 campaign, the Scavs in the Midwest. However, we've hit the party has cleared a major turning point in the story. So this proves on to the first chapter, concluding to the focus of the campaign will be more focused on building a society in this area and finding and venturing towards finding ways to make this an effective settlement. As a recap of what has happened so far, originally the party was gathered together and hired by the Chicago chapter or the Midwest chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel, as they couldn't really risk sending up properly equipped and geared and trained Bloodhood members out and to explore the surrounding states of the Midwest due to the danger, because any loss they would receive from equipment and personnel would really hurt them, given the fact that they are not receiving support from either of the other chapters out there with the Brotherhood. They're kind of on their own due to geography and the fact that many, even the both East and West Coast Brotherhood, have kind of seen they have kind of gone off the reservation what they have been doing. Because compared to even the ones in the Capital Wasteland, the Midwest Brotherhood has definitely gone off the rails, because they not only do they recruit intelligent Deathclaws, super mutants, and ghouls, they've kind of slowly becoming a de facto police force, which is kind of way off the mission that either Brotherhood still tries to follow. So to that end, they have hired a bunch of Scavs and Wastelanders to go absorb the risk of exploration for them. In exchange, they will pay and trade supplies with them for anything they find. And in the case of the party, they headed down into the post-apocalyptic Gary, Indiana. What they found there was, like the real world, it was originally before the bombs dropped, was a city heavily tied to the automotive industry. While exploring there, they they came across a hidden government facility, Area 51B, that had an alien hiding that has been contained there. They also came across an intelligent super mutant that was running the local library, still keeping it alive, and a ghoul that was originally one of the Department of Public Works employees who still continues to do his job. Because, as he says, what I'm also going to do with my rest of the time, because he says I don't appear to age, and I'm going to probably be around for a long time. So he just kept on doing his job, maintaining as much city infrastructure as he could. After that, the party clashed and eventually defeated the raiders that controlled the other half of Gary, Indiana, allowing them to control the entire region. And thus, after exploring and securing the Corvega plant here in Gary, Indiana, that in the west half of Gary, Indiana, they then contacted the Brotherhood and made a deal with them that they will provide security for the area in exchange for being allowed to use the Corvega plant for any other manufacturing needs. Also, in between that, they did manage to purchase and trade for a old prototype Viperbird, and that had an epic, awesome aerial assault upon that said Corvega plant. Said recently, they also had an insane, I would say, almost quick time-ish car chase with a bunch of Nuka Mirelurks, luring them into a pool. There was a pool / indoor water park. And luckily, because apparently the power of Adam and his blessing was with his faithful, they managed to not get eaten by the Mirelurks. And but unfortunately, the process of them trying to chase them out by shutting down the power of the water treatment plant has basically rendered it inert until they can do heavy work to recover it, if they can. But lucky to them, a freaking occurrence that a offhanded offering of a mystery flavor of Nuka-Cola has said resident alien to go insane temporarily and jerry-rig his spaceship that's buried underneath in that facility that I mentioned before, to only have it crap out halfway emerging from the ground, which luckily does help the settlement, because its primary reactor can be used is an atmospheric fission reactor. So it not only will provide power, it will also create usable water, and that's where we find themselves. The group finds themselves with a handful of people, raiders that have been redeemed to the faith of Adam, and now they need to get the settlement fully functional and stand alone so they're not hemorrhaging food. And they also need to determine what they're going to do going forward with this settlement, and that's where we will pick up. So first things first. It has been a downtime week between now and last session.
Mm-hmm.
So before we get everything else, let's look at the settlement stuff. You had to make things easier, so you guys don't So here's the two things you can do. Would you have go over to the Brotherhood and you will have to spend a
2 wires. 2 extra.
So I said the month of supplies was enough for how many people are there? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shiro, can you join the session, please? 1, 2, 3.
Can. I should have already been on there, but
You
I
are
guess
not.
not.
You know, we consistently have that problem where it kind of just closes you out all the time.
I don't know why it does it. I don't know why,
So,
but it does. Whatever. Alright.
So, basically, each month of ration food, you get the rations you have provide all the food and water that can feed 4 people for 4 weeks. So that's basically 16 people worth of food. So here's the question. How much flamer fuel do you guys have?
Currently,
Yes, because that's what fuels your vehicle.
remember our vehicle's, fueled on fusion cores.
Oh yeah.
At least the Vertibird is.
So
Early
I
bird
think
is.
we do have a rare flamer fuel powered power armor for Jude.
currently have no flamer fuel.
All right. So with that side, so that thing kind of like, that thing's out of commission for now.
I mean, we're having to replace the, repair the chest plate anyway.
Mm-hmm. So with that said, so here's what you can do. You can spend one of your month's worth of rations to feed all of your settlers for one day, and you and someone else takes the Firebird, and you and Joseph take the Firebird back to the fob to purchase supplies and the seeds and whatnot that you need.
Yep, we can do that.
Okay, so subtract 1 month of rations from you guys to feed them. Okay. That's easy handout. Now, as that's gonna take a lot of effort. Now, for Bra and Uchi, for the 7 days, what do you guys do? During this downtime week.
What does Ruff do during the downtime week?
One guy is going to have to be put on, like, water bottling.
Let's see. I think what else they can do with the settlement book.
Okay, look in the settlement. Let's see what you can do. We also have other there's V.
Oichi might kind of set up a training ground to maybe start teaching the raiders how to use like a bow and arrow. I mean, yeah, it's not as effective as a gun, but in the wasteland, bullets are difficult to make. Sharp, pointy sticks that fly through the air are a lot easier to make.
Kind of. Maybe.
Kind of, but not really.
There are bullets everywhere. Question is, will the bullets be what you need? The type of ammo that you need?
Yeah, and bullets do run out, and remanufacturing them is not exactly simple. Whereas you can make an arrow with a stick, a knife, and technically 2 feathers
But
from a bird.
hold on, no, we did digressing. So, what do you do with your time?
Set up the training ground and
Okay, let me
start
look at the
sending it up
rules.
to
There is
teach.
there is something for that. Give me a moment. Settlers guide. Okay. As per the rules, settlement objects and structures. This would be a guard post. According to the rules, it takes 14 common material to set this up, and takes 2 days of construction. But that is 2 days for a single person to do so.
Mm-hmm.
So that involves you. So this takes up 2 of your days. You. So that's 2 days you set this up. So scribe, subtract 14 common material. and then and instead of repair, I will allow you instead to roll me the attack the skill check you use for shooting a bow. So roll it, Jude.
The skill I use for my bow.
Yep.
Let me check. Both attribute and skill, or just skill?
Both, yes.
I had to take a second to look, because shooting bows is weird. Yeah, it's athletics and agility.
Because it's a sport for most people.
I don't know. I would think people hunt more with bows than they do it for sport.
Anyhow,
I've never.
make the roll, please. Okay, you made the roll. Unfortunately, you did not succeed. But you did in that one, so you try for 2 days and it doesn't make out. Would you like to try again, dude? Unluckily, you did not waste any of the materials.
She will. She also would have sent along with those going back to the fob, instructions to pick up some bows if they could. Since I don't have the skill to actually make bows, so.
Well, let's see if it's in the budget. Try again, Jude. Would you like to rally that morning to see if you have AP to spend for additional one, because
Yeah.
It is listed as a difficulty 2 check.
Did I not write this down again?
You've been using basically, your bowmanship as your rally or whatnot.
No, it wasn't my bowmanship. It was
Swordsmanship?
Jeez, I think it was endurance.
In melee or something?
I think.
So yes, you get 1 AP. Would you like to spend that AP to have rolled an additional dice for your actual check?
Yes.
Okay, boom. You do succeed. You managed after these 4 days, you do manage to actually set it up. But pausing that for you now, because your rest of your thing will be dependent upon them getting bows. Now, Shiro. So, is there anything you're going to request from him that would affect how you spend downtime?
Oh no, nothing is going to request will affect his downtime.
Okay.
Because pretty much everything he's going to request is stuff that would either make what I'm planning to do slightly easier, or just make sure I don't get myself killed.
So then, what are you trying to do?
I would like to scout around the other nearby cities, or no, anything between us and further into the no man's land.
Alright, this will take your entire week then.
Map it out.
Yep. This will take your entire week to go explore the area and come back. In that case,
Yep.
roll me a. Okay, we're gonna give this is gonna be a scaling check. The more successful you are, the better the result. So roll first. I would suggest you rally ahead.
A rally. First, a rally. He's feeling it. He's feeling himself up this morning. And then 2, I was gonna do it with sneak. So he's not caught while he's mapping it out.
Okay.
Just getting a map of the area, not actually interacting with anyone.
Seeing what I assume you're gonna borrow from Jude one of the one of the pit pads, so you can update the map.
So it updates it as I'm walking along, because I have no skills at taking a map personally.
Okay, so let's go. Let's see that check.
I will spend one of my personal AP from prior, and the rally AP, so I end up with 2 no leftovers. Oh Lord! Just pull up my sheet and find out 1. Oh no! I'm going to fail this. But I will roll. The dice.
Very successful.
Please also note that I get one of those D20s was free, so I have 1 AP left.
Okay.
The first, because I have Ghost. The first first D20 on an agility sneak test is free.
Okay, so you essentially, I'm gonna absorb all of those 4 successes, meaning you have mapped out a lot. You have a very good understanding of what exists in a couple mile radius around Gary, Indiana. And that will come into play after when we finish all this downtime tracking. Now on to Joseph and Hans. Both of you are occupied.
What all do we want to sell?
Hold on, pause a second first. You guys' first days of this, the 1 out of 7 days will be occupied in you guys flying to the FOB. Joseph is needed because you are needed to be helping him operate the thing, so you gains the benefits of the fact that you can squeeze out additional charges.
Yep.
So, with that said, you guys, once you guys get back, unless you do something crazy, you will only have 6 days of downtime. So, back to what you're saying. What are we doing? What are you selling? Since you guys.
What all are we selling?
So it gets down is that Warrior is, you two are essentially has become the 2 leaders of the settlement, with Hans being the mayor, and Warrior being the central religious cultural figure. So you two are in charge, apparently by de facto, or have become in charge of the settlement. So, what are we selling? What are we buying? And are we making any additional deals with anyone, any people there, or the Brotherhood?
Well, we already have the supply line for if we need additional supplies.
But that will only show up after a downtime.
Okay. So that'll show up after,
So you guys can request things, and then they will be. You can say, hey. So basically, unless you fly there, you'll be like, hey, send these people out. Essentially, by next session, that stuff will show up or be sold, and the proceeds will be brought back.
Okay. All right.
It is much quicker to go pick it up yourselves, especially at this point, because you need to square away the food situation. In the future, you can order things and have them show up in a week. That's fine. Just now, you guys gotta make the settlement as self-sufficient as possible, so you can wait a week for things. Make sense?
Right. Yep, makes sense.
So good thing to do, since we have the settlement and we have plots, is to look at purchasing produce that we can one, both feed the settlement with, and two, use some of them to
Yep.
make more food.
Which is what we've been doing with the produce that we found so far.
Yeah. So I was looking through that. We do have two moot fruit that we can use to start producing that, since we want to continue to make Nuka-Cola.
Yeah, so we'll probably switch. All right, because let me see, crop 2 is muty fruit. We already have 2 of that, so let's bump that up to 4, as we could have planted that before leaving. Or one of the farmers can, be doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we do have other clothes and stuff that we
Yeah.
might not need. Like, we can keep the utility overall, stuff like that.
Do we want to keep their armor, or do you think, like, it's one of those things, do we keep their armors even though, they've turned over a new leaf? We could probably get rid of the spike armor, right?
Spike armor, like, they'd still be. I built well, all the guys that I built are still equipped with what the NPC stat block had.
Right,
So they have all that. So everything else in here we can sell if you want to, or at least get it out there.
Yeah, I think the spike armors we probably get rid of, because isn't that like, no wait, or is that cage armor that's like strapped onto them? So if we have the, like, double check spike armor. Spike armor. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna figure that if we have, let me see, spike armor.
If we get more fusion cores, theoretically we can put every one of our group except the robot into a power armor frame, because we have 5 of those.
Yep. I'm gonna say that
But 2 of them are in use.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that, spike armor we'll probably get rid of, just because, better options. We got 4 of those, so.
Do any of you have a robotics expert?
I mean, we do have the robot.
Does he have a robotics expert, though?
No, I don't think anyone's gone into that yet.
Or
Okay.
nope. All right. Let's see. Trying to think of what we have that we could, easily sell for things that we need. Heavy coats. We want to get rid of heavy coats, or keep them.
You know what? Those things are, like, with the ballistic weave and how easy they are to mod. That is definitely something that is easily given to any sort of militia you want for a settlement.
Yep, that's true. So, we'll keep that. Spike armor. The cage armor we can also get rid of.
Yeah.
Which, 10 for that. Rarity 1.
We have road leathers, raider armor. If you want to, like, is someone using the Nuka-Cola brand sturdy combat armor?
You guys are keeping that because you wanted to keep any of that stuff.
Yeah.
That's like collector item thing.
And plus,
also very true.
And plus, here's the thing.
We could eventually put the doctor in it if he really wants to.
Yes. But it would take some time to retrofit it to fit on something of his small size and adapt it to modify his spacesuit. He's a environmental suit.
Yeah.
He needs that to breathe. Otherwise, because they are Zaydens are methane breathers.
Okay, the road leathers, which
Then we just make him walk behind the Brahmin. He's fine.
No, but
okay.
well, at least in certain things, that's not really film companion. But anyhow, he has a
No, I know.
Yeah, but however, with that said, yeah, you can eventually modify it so he gets the benefits of that on top of his suit, because the suit we can make up the difference in what it provides, and he would be extra happy. So
road leathers. We got a whole bunch of this sturdy raider armor and heavy raider armor.
Scribe. Both of you roll me before you guys go out for this. Both while you're figuring this out, quickly roll me your unique rally checks for each other.
All right, for each other.
Like you do yours, he does his.
Yeah, just with for each other, it makes it seems like we're rallying for the other person.
Well, I could probably rally for Bruff since he's afraid of me now.
Absolutely can.
But so yeah, you guys roll your rally checks.
Am I rally? Oh, no rally.
A lot of pressure going on. Okay. So when you arrive, there is a robot vendor set up.
I already had AP though, so.
There's a robot vendor set up at the outpost that the Brotherhood are just like, they kind of showed up. There is a Protectotron flanked by two. There's a Protectotron flanked by two. Correction. There correction. No, there is a. What's the fuck are they called? There's a Robo-Brain flanked by two Assaultrons. It has a little stall set up with some kind of oddly futuristic looking kind of container van vehicle. What do you guys do? You would like to talk to them, say what's going on, or inquire?
Let's check it out.
It goes. Greetings, customers. It goes. I am Sally, Cellbot Sally. I am a representative of Mechanist Industries out of the Massachusetts Commonwealth. We sell a variety of materials pertaining to the crafting and maintenance of robotics. Would you care to browse our inventory? Yeah, I should warn you, we are selling like hotcakes. So if you do not inquire now, you might miss out on a great deal.
Sure, Sally. Let's look over what you got.
And it goes. The whole trailer kind of unfolds and displays. So they have the robot limbs. Hold on, let me. Weapons. I sent that to him. Hold on. Let me see. I thought Hold on. Did I send that to him? Let me look something up. I swear I sent something to him. There we go. Okay. They list some of these. They have these.
Mm.
Basically, weapon arms that you can hit that Frosty or with or without assistance of Joseph could swap out his main weapon arm for a different type of weapon. They sell those. They sell other mods that exist for robots based on the rules, and additionally, they sell something like this. They sell these. I will. I will post it in Discord. Saturday, Sunday. Upload. Hold on. File save. Boop. This will take up. Let's see. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna figure that the homebrew does not list power usage, so let's see. Okay. It will require 3 power to run one of these stations.
Okay.
As you can see. And let's see, how much would that cost? Okay, common is 1 cap.
Let's get rid of Saccodes.
That's 16 plus 3. 3 times 8.
Keep most of those.
It would cost 60 caps for one of these you can have. But they have 2 that you could buy.
Hmm. $60 caps, you said?
Yep.
They got 2 that we could buy.
Yeah, and hold on. 60 caps is the material cost and cost. So let's add. They got it'll be they're selling them for 100 caps each. That's the selling price. 100 caps each.
And these aren't just, it can only be 1 per settlement.
There's nothing that says it can't be.
It says at the bottom of it,
Does
the
it?
iBot station.
Okay,
Only one of these structures
so
can
they
be
have
created
okay,
in
1%. They have one of these available. So 1% They have one of these available.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that might be worth it. You said it was 100 GP?
Yeah,
That?
no GP.
Or, sorry, caps?
Yes, They're selling them for 100 caps.
Yeah, we could probably pick up an iBot station. Auto salvage.
Mm-hmm.
Rarity is says is uncommon. What is uncommon rarity wise?
Uncommon. Let's see what the book says. And what context are you asking?
In the context of what the rarity of what I would need to basically to try to determine what would I need to roll in order to try to drop down the price.
Oh, they're not willing to negotiate. The robot says
even with my perk.
Yes, because the character that has this would have perks that could counter that. This is a special. They're saying this is a special offer they're offering, and they're not willing to negotiate. They will.
Well, at least I still get it for 90% the cost.
They're willing to go down to 95. No lower.
Okay, 95.
Yes.
Right. We'll be right back. We just need to, sell our other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure, as we don't carry all our caps with us.
Okay. So what are we selling? Time to make those checks.
How many of the machetes do you think we should sell?
Look, keep a few for yard work.
Probably sell like 16 of them, right?
So,
yeah, like I said, because if most of our settlers are the converts, they still have their gear.
Yeah. So here's how we're gonna do it. So you could either trade them into credits for like 60% of its value to the Brotherhood and don't have to make any checks. But if you actually want to properly sell it to get more, then you're gonna have to make checks.
Of course, going to make checks. I'm built for making these checks.
So,
I'm going to try to get as much, capital for as little,
fair enough. Normally, you guys, as per the rules, it's like 25%, right? Yeah.
It's like 50%, I think, for me because of, merchant background.
Well, that's a homebrew thing we did. But normally it's 25%. With defeat, you can give it a boosted by another 10, and then you can negotiate and hopefully get it up to get it to 45%. But since you are a merchant, and we house ruled that you automatically start at 50%. Because, you're a merchant. You wouldn't be doing things if you couldn't make that kind of money.
Yep.
So you plus your perk, that brings you up to 60%. So your default starts at 60.
Yep.
Of the value.
Okay. We could probably sell all the pipe guns. We got better guns than the pipe guns.
You do.
It's not worth it to keep the pipe guns. We got better combat options than pipe guns. Like, shotguns.
Yeah.
And if you can spend 2 AP and successfully make your haggle check, you can sell it for a total of 80% of its value.
All right. We're wanting to keep all of the shotguns and probably the combat rifles.
And an added benefit: if you can net 1 on this, you get 90% of its value.
Pipe wrenches, we can sell them. Well, we'll sell 1 pipe wrench. You never know when you're going to need a pipe wrench.
Fair enough. So let me know once you figured all that out. And you... And it would take 1 day to install get the iBot station going. So I assume that's going to take your second day for Joseph. So that leaves Joseph specifically, while he's figuring that out, that will leave you with 5 days of downtime. What would you like to do those 5 days there, Warrior?
That is a good question. We've already I figure we discussed something like, you know what, no, because we can't reliably trust the doctor not to make a scene by trying to get the surfaced UFO, the facade looking like a the entrance to a church of Adam.
All right. Oh, not worth.
You know, you could attempt to talk to him about this. See if you can negotiate and talk with him. And try to appeal to his sense of higher reasoning.
And probably present him with...
Here's an idea. You can agree. Don't you have like the armor perk? Or someone does?
I actually have the armorer perk.
So you could, hey, in exchange, we're gonna retrofit this armor to swag out your environmental suit.
Yep. And he'd probably like the Nuka-Cola Quantum branded cap glasses. I don't actually know. He has a bubble helmet. He can't put them on.
Well, you can put it underneath. You can take it up, put them on.
Okay, cool.
So
yeah.
And we haven't had a use for them yet, so I guess 6 rataways while Joseph is distracted.
Are you selling them or buying? No.
Selling them.
Okay.
He doesn't care
Yeah.
about the
Selling them to the
right away.
Brotherhood.
He's all for, he's like, if we can benefit from something so wicked, why not? So, okay. With that said,
Yeah, I'm going to sell 6 of the
with
rataways.
normally this would be a difficulty 3, but since you give him the swag, this would drop down to a difficulty. Swag in upgrading his suit. Yeah, this would go due to luckily that this would be a difficulty 1 persuasion check
So that would be speech.
and charisma.
Since I am trying to explain it logically, can I argue speech and intelligence?
Yes, I agree. That can work.
Okay. Let's see.
All right, and I will drop my rally point into this. So, buying an extra die. Hey!
Well, you do succeed. You get 2 AP for that day into your pool. So yes, you do manage to convince him to decorate this. To convert this to a Church of Adam, it will have the following effects. It will drain 5 power, and it will provide a +4 to happiness to the settlement.
All right, so I have a feeling that doing that is probably going to take up a couple days.
Actually constructing this with all your this would take you and all the brothers 3 of your days. So
Okay.
That leaves you like 1 day left to figure out. And by end of the downtime week, you will have another settlement building, which will provide a morale boost.
Awesome. So at least on that last day, that will be Joseph going around Assisting with with repairs. There's always something that needs fixed.
Okay. I'm helping the contract. So in that case, the contractor ghoul will go around showing you what everything needs to be fixed. So what buildings are recoverable, what are not, what need to be just broken down for material and stuff like that. Get a good rundown going forward on what you can scavenge, what you can scavenge, what you could possibly recover, and what you can't. Work for you since you're the one who knows all the engineering.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
figure out.
unfortunately, it comes down to this. And it's probably not surprising. A large portion of Gary, Indiana, on either side of the great, either side of the great highway collapse. So the city split in half because a big mass of the big overwalking highways that like everywhere in Fallout.
Yeah.
A big chunk of them, like a big massive one, kind of splits the city in half because it collapsed because for obvious reasons. Which is why you always have to go around. That's why it's always a hassle. Takes an hour or two to switch sides of the city. Unfortunately, unless you can get massive construction equipment, you're not claiming that blockage, and so ultimately you're gonna have to go around it. So it's still consistently always gonna take 2 to 3 hours to hop to either side of between your guys' side and the Brotherhood side, which is probably a good thing. It evenly divides the territory in half. However, on your side of the settlement, a good portion of a lot of the buildings were unfortunately mostly unusable, and at best could be broken down for scrap. It would take you a while, but you have learned the following. You can break all this down and start deconstructing things if you guys get the right equipment, and then start recovering crafting material from that. So, but roll me a D100. Oh, unfortunately, 64% of the territory that you guys take up, 64% of the buildings and infrastructure is unusable for anything besides being broken down for crafting material. Which means you guys have a shortage of where you can build things in. So eventually, you're going to have to start building buildings. You don't have to do that now, maybe not a month or so, but eventually, if you guys start to grow, you're going to have to do that. Also, roll me an engineering check alongside the contractor ghoul, and he will aid you.
So what do you think? Is science or repair? Like both of those are tag skills for me, so it really doesn't matter.
Repair. You see?
Repair. Yeah, repair for engineering. Yeah.
So roll it, and he will aid another.
Spent one of my AP on that.
Contractor goal. Bam! I gotta slap him down. Boom. I didn't select a token. Roll to
Man, I am living dangerously on these rolls.
He's intelligent. Submit. And repair. Submit. Oh, unfortunately, he can't really add much to the conversation. Scribe, you didn't give me any points in the repair?
I do have points in repair.
Why does it say 0?
Contractor goal?
Yeah.
That I'm gonna double check, but that shouldn't be 0. No, he has 5, and it's a tag skill.
Oh, probably
doing
because
that?
you hit a roll to assist, and since it wasn't
And
referring to a token.
Yeah.
I clicked on. I have his click and click on.
Did you bind the token to the sheet first?
No,
Oh, yeah.
I haven't. And also, that's just the base token thing.
Look, no, that because you don't have a symbol on for him.
Yeah.
Okay, edit. You select a token. Save. Exit. Roll to assist.
Yeah, his attack skill, and he has 5 ranks in it.
Intelligence, submit. Repair. Submit. There we go. Yay!
So I was
It-
right. It was
4
not balanced.
successes. So you guys get a good rundown on what you can and cannot scavenge. So you have the following. Let me look. You have
What is Braz ammo that he uses?
45, I believe. Let me double check.
45.
I said words, but just check my words are correct.
you have
You have a
room for
combat
20,
rifle,
20
right?
more rooms.
Yeah, 45.
Okay,
20 is
45.
20 too much?
I mean, if you kind of put that in Fallout setting where the rooms are just enough to fit a bed and a receptacle to hold
I'm gonna look
hold
at
your
the
stuff.
Okay. So a large shack can consume 3. So let's see, 20. Hold on.
By you, like,
Oh, okay, yeah, that's 6 buildings worth of stuff. So yeah, you have 20 more rooms that you to construct, to build things in.
what else? Okay, make it there. Have another gourd, so gourd, potato, and corn.
You have one unlooted police station that has ghouls inside and rad roaches.
So, let's see, which one is gourd? Crop 5 was gourd, so 2, 5. This goes up to 2. We do have fertilizer, so bump. Potato. This goes up to 2. Do have fertilizer.
Not, not unlooted, unexplored. Let's do that instead. Not unlooted.
And crop 5 will be corn. Seven will be corn.
You have one. You have. So you have an.
Okay, got the same thing down, and then bump. It's 1 fertilized. Bump. Okay, so that is a total of 5, 6, 8, 12, 13. So we need a total of 4 people farming. 1 only has 1 fertilized cot. That you're technically in the positives for food. With planting all of the things that we had food for.
So here's what you have following after you've done exploration, and given a once over on your side of the settlement for Joseph. You have room for 20 more rooms. You have one unexplored police station that pretty sure has rad roaches and ghouls. 1 unexplored Robco service center. 1 unexplored high school, and one unexplored middle school / elementary school combo.
Oh wait, we got plenty of milk, so add that to the thing.
Are you tracking?
Let's say,
order?
like-
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Almond milk,
And now only
They're
one
worth-
left to decide what he needs to do is Scribe once he's done. And then we can get
Yeah.
on to the adventuring and what you guys
I am
want to do. Yep.
It is one of those things where I'm currently doing, 3 spreadsheets of things and looking through what we got to sell.
It's fine, Scribe. It's fine. Plus, you
It's
like
one of
doing.
those-
Hush your mouth. You like doing that, so.
It's fair. I do like doing like all the bookkeeping stuff. It's like, okay, I'm still in the process of figuring out what all we can sell. Got plenty of ramen milk, so let's do like 20 things of ramen milk. And that should be fairly good for now. We're going to keep the purified water for now. Okay, let me see. Anything else that we can sell or that we would want to sell? We could probably do 5 of the combat shotguns, as we got 5 double. You know what? I'm just going to get rid of the double-barreled shotguns because the combat shotguns would be better.
Fair enough.
So. Okay, so okay, 5 double-barreled shotguns. Hot spreadsheet action.
Indeed. Dun, 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 dun. Well,
Because I've
everyone else-
also been
Yep.
as I've also been doing stuff on the settler spreadsheet, as is like the moment that we got any new
Updates.
crop stuff, we would have planted that shit.
Indeed.
Which, good news, we are currently at producing extra 7 food.
And are any of them
Everything
mutafruit?
And 4 of the fields are mutafruit.
I mean, how much is any of the? So you have how much extra?
7.
So that, as per the rules, you produce. So how many fields of? So you can have that be mutafruit if you want.
Yep.
Which I suggest you do, so you can stock that up and start getting the plant online.
Yep.
As that's a good source of steady income.
And a good way to bribe, our doctor-in-chief.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, currently have 40 shotgun shells, 40 arrows, and 45 ammo. You know what, let's bump that up to, like... let's do that 70, 40, and 60. Seeing as we got extra combat rifle. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's do... Let me see, how is that looking? You know what? 100, 40, and 100. Because arrows are reusable. And 5 bows. That seemed like a good even number.
Well, Jude, 5 bows good for you?
Yeah.
Seeing as not sure anyone's going to actually be using them. Okay, now it's time for Hans to do his schmusing.
Okay.
Hey, one of my first level guys went and tagged athletics.
You might. Won't be. I was gonna buy about like 20 ammo for each of them.
It did a total of 40 arrows, so make that up to like 10 arrows for each bow.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Seeing as those again are reusable for the most part.
Yep, unless they're not one attacking with them.
And it's not like, we can't make more.
And yeah, it's only one common scrap to make an arrow.
Yep. Okay. So.
Or common material.
All right. Time to talk with the Brotherhood people.
So I assume you're. Here's another good question.
You know what? I am going to wear the Nuka-Cola branded
Here's a big question.
formal
Do you?
outfit.
I was gonna say. Do you also want to be as bold to claim that you guys you also represent the new Nuka-Cola company? Since you claim authority over it, since what are they gonna? What's the old corporation's gone? What are they gonna do about it?
Yep. You know what? I will. CEO of the new Nuka-Cola company.
And he goes,
We are
In
currently working on getting our
post-apocalypse,
bottling
no one
plant
cares about
online.
your copyright laws.
but here, the funny thing is, due to how prevalent and how advanced society was, even apocalyptic, the knowledge, the culture kind of still lingers. So people still know what Nuka-Cola is because they still seen the advertisements, they've still seen the commercials. So, and he goes, really? And he goes, huh?
We will soon be back in production of, making new Nuka-Cola and new Nuka-Cola flavors for your enjoyment.
Oh
And-
no, I'm getting Pepsi New vibes.
So, in that first, give me a charisma, some kind of charisma check to really present this, like to have the Brotherhood but not take you kind of serious.
Okay, so that would be a speech, I guess.
Yeah. And my question before: are you gonna do this to the public or just talk to them first? You can make a little announcement that you are working towards getting a plant up, and so technically that Nuka-Cola will come back into production.
Yeah, he is full on, announcing that.
Okay, then give me a performance to pull this off
That
while
would
you're here
speech.
before you do some trading of business.
I'm pretty sure that would be speech still. There is no performance skill.
Yeah, it'll be speech and charisma. Let's
Yep.
see. Let's see how much the masses will buy this. Because this could be a boon for the town if you can pull this off.
Okay, and I get one of these dice for free. I'm going to go ahead and spend one to get an extra dice.
Okay.
And I am wearing the, Nuka-Cola branded formal hat and outfit.
Mm-hmm,
So I can re-roll, if I so wish, 2 of these dice rolls.
Indeed.
Just comes out like a Gallagher bit.
You know what? Let's re-roll that 16.
Okay.
Wow.
A total of 7 successes.
Wow. Yeah. They, as this is gonna be a scaling roll. Yes. You people are like, oh, well, you get a general feeling that hey, and do you have any Nuka-Colas to hand? You want to out of the pie you want to hand out that the party has?
But we do have some Nuka-Colas. Yeah, I'll hand out some Nuka-Cola.
How many do you hand out?
We've only, let me see, how many do we currently have in our party handout?
A
We
lot.
want to keep it.
We would
do
have
have
had
a lot.
we would have had 100, but
Yeah, I mean, we only have 7 listed, so I don't know if we
since
have
then
enough.
you could have scavenged like 20 of them.
Yep, so start passing out like 15 bottles.
And do
You
like,
gotta
Ladies-
keep the doctor happy.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is your lucky day. Nuka-Cola has sent me to show you. I can see a Gallagher bit out of this.
and this is the only because you guys would have finished the run.
You know what? Let's do all 20 because we have a total
Yeah,
of like
because that would have been now that you have the water and whatnot, you finished the last run of production it had. That's what it gave you one big boost.
extra 20.
Yeah. And so
Yep.
you bring out like 20 freshly bottled bottles. These are not old sitting there forever. These are new. And that gives a lot of legitimacy to what you're saying. They're like, oh. And they're like, ooh, Nuka-Cola. People like Nuka-Cola. And that's pretty good to sit in there waiting. But no, they try fresh Nuka-Cola. Ooh, different experience.
Guys, serious question. Do you think that all the Nuka-Colas you find are flat in the Fallout universe?
I think it depends.
Well, I mean,
no, it depends. If it's in a lot of places, yes. But if you're like at Nuka World where the robots keep bottling it and restocking the machines, no.
Okay.
yeah.
So for many people, this might be the first Nuka-Cola that is fizzy
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah. So, Scribe. The Brotherhood is going to offer you a deal. Per month, they will order about 100 Nuka-Cola from you guys. And they will pay 1.25 its value. As long as you're guaranteed to set aside 100 for them to deliver to them.
Well, is the food per day or is that per, week? The extra food thing.
The food thing? That's a good
Yeah,
question,
because
isn't it?
Because I know for water it was basically, for every day.
Yeah,
that,
I think the food production thing is per. I'm pretty sure it is per day. Let's see.
The extra fields were down to,
Yeah, that's what it
basically
says.
we get 7 additional bottles of water. So I'll make note of that instead of 8. Boom, 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 boom.
Blah, 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 blah.
Boom, boom. Okay. And they're asking that per month or per week?
Well, how much can you guys produce a week?
But currently we have 7 extras, so if all of that is muty fruit, that is,
So it's 7
per
per day.
week,
So
7 per day.
So
That would be 49 per week.
Yeah, 49 per week you can produce.
So in a month, we definitely could get that done. In a week, we'd have to basically put all the additional, have to fill up the rest of the fields with, muty fruit, and then we could make it. I think 13.
Well, it's per it's correction. They will pay for every batch of 100 you can put together. We're not doing per month. Like they will pay for you in batches of 100, and they will pay
Okay.
1.25. What's the market value for Nuka-Cola?
Nuka-Cola?
Yes.
Let me look, because I actually had not put down the price of Nuka-Cola because we weren't selling it. We were bribing our doctor with it.
Yes, Nuka-Cola.
Nuka-Cola is 20 caps.
20 caps.
For the base Nuka-Cola.
So 20 times 1.25. They would pay 25 for 100. You guys would get what? They will basically give you 2,500 caps whenever you can deliver 100 Nuka-Cola to them.
Okay.
Is that a deal you want to go with, or do you want to attempt to negotiate? Because you are currently the sole producer in the region for the Midwest.
For fresh Nuka-Cola.
For fresh Nuka-Cola. Would you like to attempt to negotiate this?
Yes, I would.
You send Joseph back and forth. That means you're gonna. So these 2 days will count toward the 2 downtime days. Some of your downtime days for these 2 days of setting this up. On top of that, so this will use up 3 of your days. Is that good for you? Leaving you full
that's
left?
fine with me.
Okay. So with that said, let's see. This would be a difficulty 3. Because Brotherhood is stingy.
3.
They are stingy.
They are stingy. All right. Still wearing my hat. Still wearing my outfit. So one free die. I'll spend one of my AP for an additional 1. So that gives me 2.
If you succeed, this will bump up to 1.30.
1.30. Okay. Oh, 6 successes.
Okay.
Let's say 1.33 repeating.
Actually, you can spend 2 AP out of that to make it 1.35.
1.35? Yeah.
So times. So 1.35 times 20, 27 times 100. You would make 2,700 caps every time you can deliver 100 Nuka-Cola to them. Because this is good for morale. Okay, now for the actual selling. You know what? I think we're going to. I'm gonna adopt a new format for Chapter 2 going forward. We're gonna have we're gonna have the downtime list sessions like this. Then the next week will be active adventuring session. So you don't always spend time doing this. Everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds
yeah.
good to me.
1.35.
So a session will cover the downtime week, then an active session time, then a session that covers a downtime week, back, so forth and so forth and so forth. Allowing us both to use the settlement stuff that's kind of cool and neat, and still allowed to have a lot of focused action. And this will also slow down time progress, so we don't have to worry about numbers all the time.
Yep. All right. And now for the actual selling.
Mm-hmm. Time for the actual haggling. So, question. So, you're selling some to the Brotherhood, some to other traders, but let's see. You start off at base 60. If you succeed this roll, you will get it up to 70. As for the rolls, if you can spend 2 AP, after succeeding, you can bump it up to 80. If you nat 1 on this roll, you can have all the way up to 90% of the value of what you're selling.
And it's only a rare. The highest rarity is 2, so it's only a difficulty 2.
Well, let's go.
I do get 1 for free, so speed. And this is barter charisma because this is the actual selling part. I will spend 1 AP to add another die, so that it's a total of 4.
Well,
that's 2 successes, but I do get to re-roll up to 2 of those dice. So 2d20.
and that is
17 for both of them, so doesn't change anything. So succeeded, nat 1, so 70.
So you succeeded, so that bumps up to 70. You nat 1, that bumps up to 80. If you spend 2 AP, you can bump it to 90.
2 AP to spend with spending that extra 1 for the extra roll.
So you can
Total of 80.
Hold on. So it's like I said, it's base 60.
Yep.
You succeed, so it becomes 70. You nat 1, so it becomes 80. So if you have any AP left and you can spend 2 of them, you can bump it to 90. Do you have any AP left?
1 AP. We don't have any in. Yeah, we don't have any in the party.
So it will, unfortunately, at this time. Hold on, this would have been a separate day. Roll for.
Oh, right. So roll my, I guess, rally check.
Hype yourself up that's morning.
Oh, 2 successes. Which
So
means
then,
I
yes, you do have AP to do it.
Yep.
So now
Then-
you get 90% of its value. Please calculate appropriately and let me know when you're ready to sell. When to
Okay,
buy.
90. Yep. 0.9. Okay. It's ready for the selling price, or
You know what-
you mean buying price?
As you so this will use up one of the charges out of the thing because this counts as a single scene.
Yep.
And so as Joseph and his faithful are bouncing in and out, loading and unloading stuff to take the supplement, you notice that Hans is on fire this couple days. He's in his element. So now, on for what are you trying? What is the highest? What is the difficulty of what you're buying?
The highest difficulty is 2.
Ooh, so difficulty 2.
And that's the 45 ammo because, well, actually, should we try to add in some fusion cores to buy?
Do you want to? The Brotherhood just buying. You have to buy this direct from the Brotherhood. They're willing to sell you 3.
Should we buy up to 3? Make sure that we keep, the Verly Bird powered up every time that we, or have it to where we can keep it powered up.
And also power armor.
Yep, and powered armored.
And powered armor. Like I said, the power frames work independently of being armored. So if you just want to slip into a frame, you still get all the mechanical benefits, just not the armor benefits.
So it would be a great boon for construction.
Yep. So that is a fusion cell, right? Or is that no? It's fusion cores, which is 200
Fusion
each.
core. Yep.
Yep. And it's a rarity 3. So okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the 3 that we can. If we can.
We should also pick up some flamer fuel.
Mm.
It's a total of 3. Yep, flamer fuel. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How much is flamer fuel? Flamer fuel is cost of 1 rarity 2, so
So yeah,
Two.
it should
let's
all.
say what? 100 units of flamer fuel?
Yeah,
Or
that
should we
sounds
go
good.
ahead with like 200? I'm going to go ahead and put it as 200.
Okay.
I guess what, like 100 caps worth of seeds and whatnot? Seeds, fruits, veggies.
Yeah. Okay, let me know when you guys are done figuring it out.
That sound fair? Way we have,
Oh, yeah.
continued seed, fruits and whatnot. Okay, price 100. Rarity of what would you say the rarity of getting seeds and fruits like that is?
Probably the same as the fruit, the fruit or vegetable itself.
Okay, so let me see. Because I'm figuring as 100 GP worth, so let me scroll down, see how much each of these is, and just take the highest, I guess. Okay, corn soup, carrot. Okay, 1 rarity. 1. Gourd is 1. Fruit 0. Potato is 1. I mean, if we wanted to get tar berries, that would be 3. Nothing that 1. All these are also like below below 10 costs basically. So yeah, so I'm gonna go with like 100 caps worth of various seeds and fruits. Rarity, I'm gonna put as a max of 3. We'll do a quantity of 1. All right, and we should not need to buy food supplies. Unless we want meat, in which case we could just hunt it. We do have red roach meat and the mirelurks if we want meats. Okay, time for now. Time for buying stuff. One of the things for that. Bum, 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 bum. Save that. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Right. Ready for the buying process, as that should be a good spread of all that stuff. Okay, ready? Hello?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Look at me.
Go ahead.
All right. Rolling the barter. The highest, the highest rarity is 3, so need a 3. Then I will buy an extra die, and I do get the one from like the hat.
Hey, roll it.
Oh wow!
Oh no.
Good thing I get to re-roll at least one of those, but ugh.
Did you get
It might be worth
did
licking
you
the
get
other,
2 rerolls
considering-
because of your setup?
Yep, because of the setup. And you know what? I will spend luck to re-roll that other 20.
I thought
So that-
I thought each one gives you a each piece of your Nuka suit gives you
That is
rerolls.
true. It does. So
or gives you a reroll.
yeah. So that would be a total of 3 that I could. I'm going to re-roll all 3 of those then. So 1 is a 10, which makes it a success, and then the other 2, 11 and 7, which also makes them successes.
Okay.
Whew. They're nat 1s, but that's fine. So that bumps that down from 90 to 80, and then do I want and spent the 1, but then get 1 back, so that leaves me with 2. You know what? I'll spend my last 2 action points to bump that up to 70, or down to 70 from 80. Okay. With buying all that, everything that. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, that's. Alright, with buying everything that was available, we have a total profit of 1,512 caps.
That's really good. Wow.
The total profit before, the debts was 2,786. With the debts of 1,274.
Okay. So how much money are you making?
We made a total of 1,512. With, figuring in all the stuff that we bought. Seven. Already took out all the stuff that we sold, and now just have to put in all the stuff that we bought.
Okay. With that said, that seems to have been settled. So now, after all that's said and done, and then you guys head on back, what now?
Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. bum 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 ba dum bum. Total of now 4 fusion cores. Because the 3 we just bought.
Yeah. So I suppose after we all got our downtime weeks in and did what we need to, we kind of just reconvene
Yep.
and
Hold
go
on.
over.
Now, hold on. Scribe still has 3 more days left.
I still have like 3-4 days to do.
3 days.
Oh,
What did-
never mind.
What did you do for those 3 days? Because he took a lot
Like
of
everything got quiet, and my
Yes.
my brain went, "Hold on, was anything going on?" It's quiet.
Okay, I mean, I guess, let me see, it wouldn't take all that much time to, basically get, more of the converts, working on stuff. Right? 31. Bum, 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 ba, dum, bum. So, then, bum, 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 bum.
So,
Okay, let me see. Currently have 3 fields open. For, planting stuff, so let me see. Do we want I guess get the bum, 4 is 2 is that. Alright. Get the open garden plots, filled. We have a guard post now, so mark that on here as a guard post. Okay. Okay, bum 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 bum. Okay. You know what? Let's do 3 fertilized fields for, tar berries. That would be crop 8.
okay. Well, you can supervise building this and help build them or something?
Oh, we already had the plots made up. We just, having to,
Again,
Crops
what?
in.
Yeah, sure, but what are you
Crops in.
doing?
I guess supervising. Or, I'm trying to think of, I mean, you know what? He'll put on one of the power armor suits and start clearing rubble.
Okay. And okay, with this, as you start clearing rubble from the buildings they need to slowly construct, you will get 1 combat dice of rare, 3 combat dice. You go 1 combat dice of rare, 4 combat dice of uncommon, and 16 combat dice of common. Roll that, Scribe. For each day you dedicate to doing this.
Okay. Well, going to at least do, like, maybe 2 days of that. And then, I guess, the last 2 days working on, continuing the whole, trying to draw more people to Rayfield.
With that said,
Okay, so 1 combat die of rare. Oh, 2. 2 rare. 4 combat die of uncommon, you said?
yes.
1 uncommon, and then 16 of common.
Yes.
Okay, so 2, 1, and effects are double the number on the die.
Yep.
Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 17, 19. 19 common, 1 uncommon, 2 rare. That's per day, so I said I was going to spend 2 days doing that. Okay, no rare that day. Okay, 6 uncommon, and then 4, 6, 7, 9, 13, 17, 18, 20. Okay, so total of between the 2 days 39, 6, and 2. No, wait. 39, 7, and 2. Okay, I'll get that put in.
Okay, so you do recover some stuff as you deconstruct the town. So, with that said, you guys all gather together. Let's have this RP talk. You guys have settled. You have made the settlement actually successful and mostly self-reliant, and starting to build up a reputation. You get a distinct feeling that you're not just this place is no longer. You're not just a bunch of scavengers scavenging this place. You're going towards being a legit settlement and authority in the region. So that needs to be discussed about. Go, people.
So I hope we've all been successful in our endeavors over this last week.
I believe so. I mean, we are in a good position, I believe.
Yes, I managed to convince Dr. Z to allow us to convert his ship to the church to Adam. Should do well to hide that from any brotherhood that want to come down. And of course I'll have to take some time to fit some of that Nuka-Cola branded armor we have for him.
And that would take 3 common and 1 uncommon per armor piece.
Okay.
And how many days? So we have 2 more days of. Let me see. Boom. Edit that. Okay.
So role play away. You guys can talk about it. Let's go. Continue.
So get another 2 for this because spent 1 day for that, or spent a day or 2 doing that as well. Days until settler roll.
Mm-hmm.
So that goes up to like 16.
So including the downtime week and and 3 days that happened last week. No, the downtime week and all that. Add that together. Where are we at right now?
All right, it was at 14, but if we're including the 3 days from last week and the downtime week, because that's what the Credible Hope does, we need to roll for settler.
Hey.
And roll to see if they come with a Brahmin.
Okay. Roll it, scribe.
It's 21. So, and then 1 day into the next one. All right, let me see. What is the roll? Roll a combat die every day a new settler is recruited. On an effect, they bring a Brahmin. Okay, so
On a
1
success,
combat die.
So 1 combat die. Does someone show up? Yes.
Someone shows up, but they do not have a Brahmin.
Okay. So. Okay.
We were asking for a expert on Mirelurks. First, I think because we were going to move them.
Do you want to spend some of your luck into the next story arc end of the next story arc to affect the plot to say yes, this guy is an expert. Do you want to spend this to him also being a NPC, a special NPC? Therefore, you don't have to worry about his settlement costs. Plus, you offer unique quests that can benefit.
I am down to 1 luck, but you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, sure, let's do it.
You know what? I could spend that. I could spend that luck.
Okay.
Since we're doing story beats, Joseph will spend that luck.
Okay. One of the children of Adam, who's part of the duty is to occasionally, actually better yet, it'd probably be Jude. Jude would probably keep a watch on things. And rewind. Nope, better yet, I know what happened. Rewind slightly. Shiro.
Hello.
You're heading back on the last day. You've been out for a week, just surviving and exploring around the nearby area outside the city limits. You've got a pretty good rundown of that. As you're heading down the one intact road that leads into your part of back into Rayfield, you spot somebody on that road. There's two ahead of you as you're exiting out of an alleyway. You're passing through an outcropping of rocks. You see someone on the same road ahead of you. They have disheveled hair, wearing a old, dirty, patched together lab coat, carrying a backpack with all kinds of doodads and odd things hanging out of pockets and hanging from it. What do you do?
He'll follow along near them, but not identify himself. Just like outside of sight range, just along with them. If they're also going to the settlement.
Yeah. And he's as you go down the road, he's still heading in the same direction. You get closer and closer to Rayfield, and he's still on the road. He has not peeled off. It's getting more and more obvious. He probably is also heading to Rayfield, but you've never seen this guy before, and you know all the Brotherhood of Adam people that have all the converts and the rest of the party. This is definitely not someone you guys have met before. What do you do as he gets ever so closer to the settlement?
You know what? I'm going to roll a d20. This guy just determine if he interacts or if he's just going to let it be one of the people who actually wants to interact with people. The talkative people problem. Oh, it's absolutely not Bruff's problem.
Fair enough.
Awesome. You know what? It's if he asks Bruff a question, he'll just point him in where probably Joseph's direction is.
Well, he hasn't noticed yet. He's just muttering himself and
once they are within,
he's walking and
once they're within
like
guard post range of the settlement, he'll move on to the road.
Okay.
Once there's clearly others that can help if something really hits the fan.
Eventually, you eventually come across the training yard that apparently you see Moichi extracting some of the converts in archery. That's near one of the acting as a kind of de facto guard point near the one main road leading into the settlement.
At that site, he's like, safe enough.
So, do you say anything as you step off, or you just step off into the road?
Step off to be seen.
Okay. Jude! You there?
Yes.
Sorry, Jude, but I may or may not be scaring the piss out of somebody.
You are the little training archery yard you put together that's function more or less as a guard post. You put this right next to the man-made road that leads into the settlement, and you see someone as roll me perception plus survival.
Do action points go away?
No.
No, they persist until you use them.
Okay.
They persist until used. The party pool ones do. But personal AP lasts until you use them.
Well, the ones in the party also rolled over. Just we
From
used
today.
them. Yeah.
They roll over from the session.
Well,
So-
no, we used them
Or-
all. In the whole,
Oh,
moment of
yeah, the last
Joseph
one.
becoming the Meyerhark Eterad.
Listen, it could be Joseph being absolutely terrifying.
So, what do you do, Jude? You see this first, no, roll your roll. You do see him walking up. You see a man, kind of medium height, with big old thick glasses, disheveled hair, wearing a patchworked and dirty lab coat and a big backpack with all kinds of things carrying off of that. He's muttering to himself, flipping through a big book of science. And writing something down in its margins with a pen. What do you do, Jude?
Does he look like he's aware of his surroundings?
Only vaguely. Like he's not walking into things, but he doesn't seem like he's really paying attention.
How good are my archers?
As good as Scry. How good are the stats for shooting things there, Joseph?
Most of them were small guns. I was going back over my sheets. Hold on.
So probably not much.
For the level 1 character, I think it was Charles.
Charles, I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. Oh, guys.
No, it was not Charles.
I'm sorry. It made me think of that. Silly times.
The Juggernaut. Yeah. It's so good. I do enjoy those Marvel movies. Those are pretty good.
He goes like,
I
"There's something
missed it.
funny, but there's something distinctly wrong about the people who made that. There is something deeply wrong with you. It's funny."
Every time Quicksilver is on screen is fantastic.
I got to admit, they did do Quicksilver right.
No, I was talking about the whole joke things about the cartoon. I was talking about the X-Men Unabridged.
Oh no, those are messed up.
Well, I might have to watch
You know,
that.
you realize that's where the whole "I'm a Juggernaut" bitch comes from. They were making reference to that.
Yeah.
Like you could probably Edward would probably be good. He's tagged in athletics.
Good enough I'd trust him to fire a warning shot and not accidentally kill this guy.
Well,
Hold on, I
he's
have
not
someone
attacking
better.
rough. Are you really going to start shooting at somebody who's not attacking, a known
Sorry.
person of the
We're
settlement?
working the iBot station, so I'm going to take out 100 credits because we were buying that.
okay.
Eric
I had forgotten to.
would also be good.
Scribe, you would have gotten 4 days out of use out of it.
Okay. 4 days use out of it.
So determine
Okay.
what you would have picked for each of those 4 days.
Mm-hmm. And also, per downtime day, need to roll. Fertilizer would have at least gotten 1 milk. The 7 bottles of water per day, and the chems that we get from Dr. Z.
Mm-hmm. Calculate that out and pick what you want.
Okay, so. Sorry, you guys continue. Okay. Boom, boom.
Well, what do you do? Well,
But
Mhm.
yeah, Eric, he's athletics 5, agility 6, target 11. But
Damn, he might actually
Firing-
be better than me.
it's better than the other player.
That is better than you.
You know what, Jude? That's sad and funny.
Okay, I didn't
7
specialize in
days
using a
water.
bow. I specialized in slashing things.
So, 7
This
days
is
of
true.
water.
Maybe then.
49 pure waters.
might have to up one. I don't know.
What do you mean I can't put a pull on the grab shrub structure?
60.
Boo.
You should be
Right.
able to, especially if it's a zero gravity pool. Then you're just swimming in a blob.
There you go.
I know.
How close is Broff following this guy?
Well, how close would you have gotten in this
No.
oblivious?
He's maybe like 15, 10 feet away.
enough where
From
Brawl could easily react to him doing something.
Yeah, where it's the more than the 6 foot range of, hey, if he's got a melee weapon, I could pull a gun first
Yes.
range.
We were just doing one of those each day. So that would be a total of.
And he
So-
hasn't immediately attacked Broth.
14 stem packs, Madak.
Yeah, you know what? This is a good training. This is a good training moment. She will have Eric fire a warning shot, both to see that he can.
All right, what
You know.
what would we do for if you want to try and convince him? He's learning the bow, but
He is also an X-Raider, so
yeah, you know what? Yeah, no, that would make sense. He'd probably fire first. Raiders aren't really known for that, so
Just don't hit him or wing him, and we're gonna see how good you are, and how aware he is.
Okay, that's probably not the right number of healing salves.
roll it then, I guess.
Okay. All right. No, I see where it was. Okay, total.
2 successes on to not hit him.
Oh,
We are firing a warning shot.
Explosives table.
So Eric does kind of just thunk. It's into the ground. And now, is there something else accompanying this?
no. You go.
Is Oichi gonna say something? Because she instructed Eric to do it. So
Well, she's just gonna see if the guy even notices, or not. Because he does seem a little,
He does not. He's mumbling himself and walking towards you guys.
Broth waves him off like, hey, leave. I'm over here. Careful with that.
Okay, 2d20 for explosives for each day. Alright, so roll 2d20. Or Razor, can you just generate like seven explosives from the explosive table for the iBot?
You just
Rerolling throne.
you could roll it.
Okay.
We don't have a loot generator like that.
We do not.
I'm not specifically to pick that. The other thing that's been using before was Scavs generator, which generates a loot based off locations and stuff.
Okay,
So.
Let me do
Let me
seven
see
rolls.
if it
At least-
exists out there.
At least Juan is happy. Juan is happy that we got that iBot station, because now Seymour has a buddy.
Okay, so 27.
Is he wearing
Okay.
like a hat or any kind of loose clothing that
He's wearing a lab coat.
is
He's wearing a
sticking
lab
out?
coat and big old glasses.
So 2
He's
baseball
just going
grenades.
to ignore Bruff. That's funny.
Well, Bruff hasn't said anything yet.
Bruff waved you off like, what the fuck? I'm right here.
She's not aiming at Bruff.
Oh.
Technically,
hold on.
she's not aiming at anything. Eric is.
Oh, hey.
And Eric probably saw them
Stop.
waving it off.
I found something. Here you go. Roll this instead.
Oichi will, order Eric to fire again, but maybe aim just a hair closer.
Okay, random cat. Okay, random explosives.
I will roll it for you.
Roll.
I got it. I found something. Random. Where's random? Where is this? Random thrown explosives. How many am I rolling?
Total of 7.
Okay. Well, 3 first. The first thing I rolled is.
Or, well, I guess,
Hold on.
roll a total of 6 more because I rolled 2 baseball grenades.
Okay. And then also you get this, and then roll 3 again, and then I roll this. Hold on, let me pin this because this is useful.
Alright.
See, the community provides.
Okay, so we got a total of 4 javelins. Okay, boom. And 4 tomahawks. Okay. Have total of 4 baseball grenades,
Nice.
which brings us up to 5.
Listen,
Okay. 6
you can
throwing
always,
knives.
you know what? Bruff's definitely taking 2 of those. Once he gets there.
The baseball grenades.
No.
Plasma grenade.
Tomahawks.
Plasma grenades.
Buttercup mine. So, what are you doing, Jude? Bra's like, what the fuck? I'm here. What are you doing?
She's having Eric fire again. Only, see if he can get a little closer.
Bruff just waved him off. Eric is not going to do that.
One of those shoot at your own people.
That's against the Raider code.
That is against the Raider code. Yeah.
You only attack your people when they fuck you over and betray you. But if they ain't done betraying you and they do pretty good things by you, then you don't fuck them over like that.
Please note, Razor, you are quoting exactly what was going on in the back of my head. I was like, if he takes that second shot, Bruff's firing back.
And you get like a stink eye from him. Like, really? You would ask me to do this? What the fuck? You have lost respect. You've lost some of respect of the converts, Jude.
It's a good training exercise, if a little brutal. And he isn't one of ours. He's some random guy.
He goes, but Bra behind him is, and Bra said, hey, no, calling us not to attack. So with that said, let's see if this commotion. Does he notice yet? Yes. He's like, huh? What? Ah, you.
If this is aimed at Bruff, he
No,
puts a finger in his mouth and points to the town hall equivalent.
way down the street towards the library, which is your town hall. He's like, ah, thank you, good sir. And he says, pushing up his glasses, and he kind of wanders past. He goes, good day to you all. Good day, good day.
Bruff will at least nod back. Silent and effective. Leave me alone. I find Brussels very entertaining to play.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute coward and avoids conversation out of social anxiety.
And you guys, you hear over the radio, out of the speaker set, out of the public announcement system, mounted to the outside of the town hall / library. The Credible Hulk goes, asking to see Hans and Joseph, as there's an individual they probably wish to speak to.
All right. And this was during the, downtime week?
Yeah, this is the end of the downtime week when he would have shown up.
Okay.
Last day. Probably towards evening.
Alright, so Hans, at that point, Hans was, he wasn't clearing Ray Rebel, he was on the radio, so, whoop. And that has been Smooth Jazz by someone who does not know smooth jazz. Please join us again next time.
You know what?
So
one more. You do your governor's speech in the morning, Scribe.
Yep, I do my governor's speech in the morning. This is evening. So it was Smooth Jazz by someone who does not know smooth jazz.
So
it was this musical program.
As you pause when you're relaxing and stuff, huh? Okay. So your character wants to be a afternoon DJ, because I think the morning, afternoon would be done like a lot of education stuff by the Credible Hulk, so that does would leave evening, and you guys probably just
early evening is like music, like whatever music we can find, records or CDs of.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay,
yeah,
here's like a musical program.
And then you have broadcast out to the new sanctuary, stuff like that too.
Yep. And then after, probably about 7 o'clock or something is the news of what happened this day.
Mm-hmm.
Nearby.
And you're sneaking in advertisements for the new Nuka-Cola.
Brought to you by New Nuka-Cola. We're reopening.
I thought we were Nuka New.
Which one do you want to go with?
Oh god.
That is better. That's
brand
better.
brand recognition or buzzword.
We're under new management.
I mean, Nuka New sounds good, and people are still familiar with Nuka-Cola as a brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Nuka just in the front of stuff like Nuka Rifle is literally the name of a rifle that we use. That Bruff has.
Fair enough. So Nuka New is actually good.
It's funded by the Nuka New the Nuka New Company. And it goes, we're back in business.
Wow.
With new management.
Jude, you had a meaningful contribution.
Yay!
That is amazing.
Clap for Jude.
Did I just get my credit stolen by Jude?
Yes, you did.
What the hell?
Okay, everyone, mark that seal off on your doomsday calendar.
Yep.
Jude got credit.
So, and so as you're signing off, remind everyone that This afternoon jazz by someone who doesn't know jazz is brought to you by Nuka New. We're back in business under new management.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes on to record pre-recorded auto DJ stuff.
So this downtime week, the Ghoul contractor was probably told, "Hey, prioritize the Nuka plant," because we had not had that fixed yet. But we do have all the resources.
If you have all the resources, he will get it back up going.
Yeah, we have all the resources.
But that will spend all his actions for the week. He will do everything he needs to do to get it back up.
All right, so that we had all the resources for it. So we'll mark off the resources that we needed for. 4 difficulty 4 repair checks and 6 difficulty 2, which he could probably easily make.
Yep.
And the receptionist computer needed fixing. Can't tell you why that would have been. And that's another side quest down.
Bloop bloop.
/ gets put into settlement quests, I guess, because
the party will get 30 XP for this.
And I didn't know how to mark the dealing with Mirelurks because it's kind of complete. It's just, one of those things.
Not yet. You have to find a way to keep them complacent and get them figured out. Yeah, his quest line will finish the Mirelurk thing, so you just entered part 2 of it.
The obvious answer is to, alongside of them, make a Deathclaw farm and then just feed the Mirelurks Deathclaws. Like, that's obviously the correct choice.
No. Anyhow, so, however, I will give you 15 XP for the part you've completed.
Okay, so that's a total of 45 XP that's getting added. Bum, 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 bum. Alright.
Yay. What's the party up to now?
We were at 693, so 45. That makes us 8.
738?
738.
Yeah.
Nice. Creeping ever so closer. So, you guys get so wherever you're and so it's also actually no, you would probably this is the last day of the downtime. So hitting evening, you would be swapping out for Joseph as he does his Sermon of Adam over the radios. Because I'm sure Joseph would probably do that, wouldn't he? Since you now have a radio, is to do a
Oh yeah, little spiritual thing. Just daily affirmations and prayers. Invite those that listen to join the congregation at the new location for the Rayfield branch of the Church of Adam, located just a little out from the town center itself.
And it would probably be closed out with some science lessons because it is a faith-based in science.
Also, We are currently above where we have an attack risk. So we roll that?
Yes.
Right. 2d20. If it's higher than our guard,
keep in mind, you do have a brotherhood here that gives you like a significant amount of defense.
Right. So how much defense are we figuring that as?
Okay, hold on. Pause 1 second.
You did just generate an additional.
Yeah, we do have an additional 1 guard.
Yeah.
And that's 2 to defense stats. Okay, settlement.
BRB. Need to use the bathroom.
Yeah. There's +1 defense in the guard action, and we have at least 1 guard. 1 person do the guard action, which is plus.
Do you have
+1 default plus.
Do you have enough people left over, Scribe?
We're not using most of our people. We've got a total of 5 people who have a current, steady job of doing farming shit.
Things. So maybe make like 3 or 4 guards.
Yeah.
That guard the settlement. And having a guard post makes guard generate 2 defense
Guard.
instead of 1.
Alright.
Guard. Guard with guard post. Okay.
Actually, I think guard post only applies to 1 guard per.
And you. Well, you can have guard
The
without guard
president of the
post.
Brotherhood would generate 15 defense.
Okay, so 15 defense on top of the 4 that we normally got. Okay, I'm gonna just put that in the settlement bar.
You can guard without a guard post, Coleman.
Yeah,
Guard
I know.
post just at 1.
Yeah, I have,
He's
Guard
taking that
without
in consideration.
Ah.
That's why it's a total of 4 instead of just 3.
Oh. It's not per guard, you're right. I'm reading it.
Okay, Brotherhood Defense
Okay.
Force plus 15 defense. Alright, and what did he say was the names? Eric? Did he say one of the names was Eric for, one of the guys who was the guard?
Eric is the one that's really good at shooting.
Okay, Eric is the guard with the guard post, and what was the other?
Give him the guard captain.
Yeah, Eric guard captain. Okay, let me roll the 2d20. If it's higher than 19, we are also getting attacked. It's higher than 19.
Ah. Even with the
Well-
Brotherhood?
Yeah, because it's 2d20
It's 2d20.
because of how large our settlement is.
Oh, damn. So, okay. That's a good way to close. So, as he's walking up, let's see. Well, okay, attack. Attack. I'm not in the right place. Wait, hold on. The simple bit, let's see.
We also need to figure out how to lift settlement happiness.
Well, remember you're getting like 5 happiness from the church. Remember?
Yeah. All right. So we're currently at base 0 happiness. I guess we can work on switching them out of dormitories and into
In time.
lodging
Yes.
that isn't dormitories.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, where is settlement attack rule? Let me look. What page?
It is on page 39.
39.
Settlement events, risk of attack.
39. Okay, let's see what happened. Risk of attack. If it oh yeah. Well, because you guys are so good, you're doing so well.
Because we make so much food and water,
I
we
did
get
warn
2d20.
you that the Raider Alliance is pissed off that you killed off one of the leaders and gangs in the area. Right?
That was the
Yep.
entire reason I went out and mapping the region.
So, pause for a second before this happens. You know, if you're going area, you notice there's increased movement around the settlement. They have finally worked themselves up to do something about Rayfield.
They'll die.
Oh, there was one thing you were supposed to get from me, which was a silencer, Coleman. That was written down.
Okay, did
Like-
you buy it?
Where was it written
Did
down?
you?
Don't worry.
You
about
wrote it down. You said you wrote it in your
I will allow
notes.
this for this one. This is your one retcon for the session, so just buy it.
Like,
The silencer.
Okay. Types of attack. Okay. Attack and settlement often involves force and violence, but not all within close range. When creating a plot hook involves settlement attacks are the following ways: outward violence, political attacks, information and disruption.
You mean a suppressor, or is there a different thing for silencer?
no, it's a suppressor. Yeah,
Suppressor.
it's a suppressor.
That's
But they call it a
45.
silencer on the perk.
Ah.
But it's the suppressor. My bad.
I'm just going to spend the base 45 because I don't want to figure out. Okay, it was 75%.
Cannot be bothered to do the extra steps.
Yeah, I'm not going to be bothered to do the extra steps right now. I'll just.
He didn't have time. It was literally a last minute purchase. It's like, oh crap, I was supposed to get this.
Yep, and it's
Yep.
one of those things where we are so successful that it's like, hey, we got a store of almost 3,000, bottle caps as discretionary funds.
Okay.
Without selling anything, we could just buy 3,000 worth of caps worth of stuff.
Okay.
7. This is 4. Okay. Well, 2,500.
So, let me look up some stats.
More vehicles that we can sell to the Brotherhood.
No, they're not in vehicles. They're coming on foot.
Oh,
Listen,
right.
that's
We got rid of their Carvega plant. They no longer can upkeep their vehicles.
Yeah, so because one of the things that the Road Boys did is so pause for a second. Big setting lore. Okay, there is I'll come up with them later, but I've done a lot of myself themed raiders, which is one of the things I think was cool in Fall is they occasionally have themed raiders. And so this alliance, the Alliance of Midwestern Raiders, each faction has a unique gimmick to them. The Road Boys, well, they operated out of the plant, and they were man-maxed kind of like Road Boys.
Mm-hmm.
They sold and maintained the vehicles for the rest of the Alliance. Meaning that now that you deprive the Alliance of the Carvega Pack, which is under the Brotherhood of Steel, and unless they somehow attack en masse as an entire organized group, which would be near impossible for a bunch of raiders to pull off, they're not taking the plant back.
They're not taking it back until they get really desperate.
And given the fact they have a Vira bird sitting on top of the plant landing thing, they could hop in and bring in other people. So at most they would breach the insides, and then later a bunch of Brotherhood and power armor would drop down and sweep through them. So regardless, they're not dumb enough or suicidal enough to try to take the plant. However, they can get their damn vengeance, which is a very Raider thing. And roll me a perception check as appropriate, which is a perception and a survival. Perception and survival check. Go, Shiro
Who has the best
and
bet?
Jude.
Oh, Shiro. Jude.
Shiro and Jude.
Yep.
Because this triggers as him and the new NPC are heading into town.
What triggers?
Hey,
We're getting attacked.
Sorry, I was sneezing. Sorry, I've been
so I
sneezing.
need you guys to.
We're so successful that we're being attacked.
On our first
Because
week.
that works so well for the other raiders who did it.
Don't worry about it. What? Each of you roll your checks.
What checks are we rolling?
Perception plus survival.
You're making a perception check.
Perception, survival. Clickety clackety.
Now, how many of of the faithful would reasonably have been there for this training?
Like I said, we did 4 guards total, wasn't it?
So 4 guards would be
Okay,
there.
Four
Okay.
guard. Okay.
So
'Cause it was
pick
Eric.
the
Yeah,
Who
I
will be
have
the
at
head
least.
guard?
Yeah, I have at least 2 of my Edward and Eric from the level 1s. Let me go over
Word.
the other ones. Because I'm basically pulling out anyone that had tagged athletics.
All right. So Edward, Eric, and Antonio, we currently have named.
Yeah. One is level 2, who might not be, who wouldn't be doing the bow training. but would probably be there as a
Guard.
guard because he has an eyebot of his own, so he can survey that.
Mm-hmm. Is that Edward or Eric?
Juan, one of the level 2s.
Juan? Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
iBots, especially common amongst children of Adam. You know, you probably
And just
spent
need
some
one more
money
guard name.
on materials crafting children of Adam clothing for them.
These are raiders from a car plant. I'm pretty sure they're just painting stuff on their armor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, putting down people as guards apparently makes them unhappy.
I mean, do you want to be a guard?
I mean,
I don't
it's
know.
a
I would
job.
think raiders would want to be a
True.
guard.
Yeah, people who want to shoot people would probably actually be willing to do the job.
Okay, so let's not make the demolitions expert a guard.
Why not? He'd be great at throwing grenades to provide suppressing fire. ...
Yeah, that well, there is that. But you know what? Let me put Brogan, the level 3 fist expert.
Fist!
Another guard.
He casts fist.
Bourbon?
Iron Fist, intense training, and paralyzing palm.
Oh, he does just cast fist.
Okay,
I thought
so
we
we got
didn't
4
go.
guards. Juan, Edward, Eric, and Bourbon.
Brogan,
What's his unarmed?
Brogan. His target number for unarmed is 12.
I mean,
Listen, your arm should not be that good, Jude. You want to use a melee weapon.
mine actually is. I got 4 ranks in unarmed
It says that we have an unhappiness of
and an
8.
8 strength. So she might have actually, tried to train him a little too. In
Except
more.
Except his target
He's
number.
better than you.
His target number is 12. He's one of the level 3 ones that was based off of one of the higher level raiders. And something I noticed is NPC stat blocks have more special than they should.
Yes. It's an they do that because they.
So you get less skills and don't get perks.
Yeah. But in converting to this, I kept the stat blocks as they were, and I calculated how much skill points they would have, and brought it up to that level. And for the level 3 ones, that was only adding one tag skill and maybe 2 skill points, and then it was just filling out the things. But I took away their let it rip, which is a general NPC thing that every NPC that can use a gun can use, because they generally are not expected to track ammunition for them.
So, by the way.
So they no longer have the let it rip. They have the rad sponge from the Children of Adam, and then they got built the rest of the way out as a PC.
Okay. So, question: Who has the radiation gun?
Me?
So you start carrying that around, huh?
Yeah. I carry
Oh,
2 rifles on hand.
And let's not forget that Joseph still has his war crime gun.
Mm-hmm.
The war crime.
If you're
gun.
lucky, you could probably eventually build a Fury Atom. A Fury Atom is basically a super sledge. With the Wrath of Adam thing on it. Target? What do you mean? Are you attacking the guard post? What do you mean target?
No, if
Target
I'm
the
right, I
target
think-
number.
Yeah, I think it's the same. So she probably didn't train him how to fight, but maybe tried to teach him
He's better
new
at punching.
styles.
He's better at punching things than Oichi is.
So, which book had the Children of Adam origin in it? The winter one, right?
Believe the winter one. I think they also reprinted it in Settlers. Let me double check. No, they didn't reprint it in Settlers. Though the Winter of Adam is
book.
a adventure book. They put it in the Wanderer's Guide.
Okay, Wanderer's Guide. Okay, so as they so Bra succeeded, and Jude, you also succeeded. You notice following behind them at a brisk pace is 4 raiders and 1 raider veteran. Time to remove. Roll initiative. Go.
It's going to be for all of us.
Yes, everybody. And you roll us, and all your children. Adam will go on your turn.
Okay.
Now, let's see.
I'm like, I certainly hope again it's still Bruff going first.
We will see.
One of those.
Combat is on page 24.
If you are in the guard post, you do get it on top of it. You get a +2 to your initiative.
Well, Joseph wouldn't be in the guard post, but
No, but this
all
would
of his
apply to
people will be on the.
OET. This would apply to
okay.
Jude.
I get what?
+2 to your initiative. I will shout it at you. Ah.
You would think that
I
having
got to sneeze again.
guards would make people happier in a settlement. But apparently each guard makes you less happy.
I don't know. I'm guessing. Assume ACAB.
Screw the police? Question mark.
I guess.
Yeah, like I said,
Like,
ACAB.
in a Fallout universe, you would think that you'd be.
Hold on.
guards.
Let's look at the book.
Or it could be the fact that the more guards you have is proportional to how dangerous the area you're living in.
Okay.
Hold
In
on.
the
What
Fallout
page is this
universe,
on,
at least.
Scribe?
I was just noticing it from the thing, but yeah, managing settlements, I guess. Let's see. Happiness. Somewhere between 1 and 20. Someone's happy. Though the people's needs are not met and will be high if the settlement's needs are met or even succeeded. But we are succeeding, and it still says we have, okay. If huge attributes lower the people attribute, reduce happiness by 1. Is there enough food? We have enough food. We have enough water. Is the settlement defended? Okay, apparently.
It's because we don't have enough guards.
But the defense attribute. Okay, it says, but what is the people attribute?
The people attributes how many settlers you have.
So we would need, without any additional stuff, we'd need 16 guards for 16 people.
Where does it say that?
Yeah, because defense as
Hold on.
because the defense.
Okay, so let's mark off the one for because we got the +20 defense, so that's actually a +7 happiness.
Because the people this isn't the number of people. attribute is the number of people of 10 plus the gross book score of the leader, and additional from perks.
Which there are no perks that give additional.
So we're ignoring that.
Ignoring that bit
Yeah.
of text.
And,
So
unless we want to homebrew it. One.
Maybe later. We'll see.
So
the
actually
guard
bump all
outpost,
these up because
the guard post gives 1 additional defense for each guard.
Okay, for each guard.
Yes, it makes taking the guard action give an additional 1. This applies to all of them.
Okay, so with the Brotherhood defense, all these are, instead non-issues because we have enough beds, we have enough food, we have enough water, we have enough guard.
So you have. So what is? So taking the offset of the Brotherhood being here, what does that do for your happiness then?
I don't know how to do it in the sheet, so I'm just basically. It doesn't say how.
I mean, you can put it in the notes about the settlement.
Yeah, so. Like, I'm. Okay, it doesn't. I'm not. Okay. Settlement has a happiness of 10. This will change over time and modified by structures and objects within the settlement. Which. The happiness is -3 because we basically just. Put everyone into dormitories, but they're. If anything, a dormitory is probably a step up for raiders, right?
Yeah, but that's that doesn't matter most.
Yeah, but that's -3. Then plus, the extra. We have extra food. We have extra defense. We have extra, beds, and we have extra.
And
Whatever.
What does that
so
extra mean for you?
Seeing as it starts off of a base 10, it would be like a -1 instead, or it would be like a +4, but
instead of a -3.
Instead of like a -3, yeah.
Okay, hold on. Then here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna click on this, and currently the addition. So how many additional bonuses do you have to happiness? Hold on.
Water, beds, defense.
For the guard post thing, it's 1 guard per guard post, and then it's guards without guard posts for the other ones.
Okay. So then, give me the total. Now we can just add that to the sum for happiness.
Should be like plus. Okay, we got enough beds. We got enough food. We got enough water. We got enough defense. So that's +4. And it starts off at base 10. But for whatever reason, I don't think the settlement thing.
No, hold on. So I added the +4 to it.
Mm-hmm.
So that you net happiness of 1.
Yeah. Because I don't know if it has it start off at a happiness of 10 instead of, 0. Because we should not have -8 if it started off at 10.
Okay, what's V1?
V1?
Yes. So it sums E8 through this. It sums all this up right here.
Yep.
And then V1
plus V1 plus 4, which is what you added.
Yeah. Where's V1?
So where you did V1 is top right. It's additional happiness, and you can also put in the additional defense for the Brotherhood.
Hold on.
Okay.
So,
right there.
Let me take the 4 off of that then. So there we go.
And you can
do
just
have
use
a
that
way
one.
to add it in.
Okay.
So let me correct
From manual.
that. Yay!
Because we get 15 defense from the Brotherhood,
cool.
right?
In that case.
And we do have 4 additional beds because of, we don't have to worry about the PC ones.
Yes.
Okay, additional water. I don't think we have additional water.
It goes to 1. Boom.
Yeah.
And then additional rooms is something we could put down too.
Yep.
So hold on. Okay, then here's what we're gonna do. So we need that number. We need to take that number plus 10 to be the actual
Yep.
happiness. So let me add plus 10 to the end. Boom. Because it doesn't count the base 10 for some reason in the sheet.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay, so instead of getting negatives to happiness, you add 11 happiness, which means
Yeah.
very successful.
Settlement happiness over here should be plus 10 as well.
And
On the settlers, V2 settlers and jobs table. Okay.
so correct that too. Correct whatever you need
Yep.
to correct.
You know,
Added
that's
10 to it.
that's weird that the settlers table or menu doesn't actually just pull the value from the That could have been way easier if they had just pulled the value from E5 for the
Yep.
settlers job table.
Well, then probably fix that then. Someone can fix this later.
I might. That's funky.
Yep, it's a bit funky.
So
Because you can just.
it does say we have -1 farmer jobs, meaning we.
I don't know why that would be, because you know what, I'm going to mark this off as no garden plots because all of them were filled. But, you know,
Because now it says -4, meaning that we. Where is it?
because we had a total of 16. There's 1, 5, 6, 8.
Because I know why.
10,
Because you're not
12,
generating any
15.
farmer jobs right here.
Any farmer jobs? Yeah, I have 4 people set as farmers.
But it's not pulling it.
Yeah. So why it's not pulling it, but yeah. Because it's figuring in for the food for it.
I don't know.
So ignore that. We can
Because
ignore
it's
that.
showing the crops fertilized in the thing as negatives on the buildings table instead of positive values.
Yeah. This is a funky table.
So
Well,
we had-
easy way to a quick and dirty way to do that is just flip the value of what you have in there to a negative. It'll still do the math route.
I'm answering the
Right.
problem.
you're fixing
You know
it
what, I'm
right
second.
No, I'm fixing it right now.
now. Okay.
Fixing it. Okay.
Okay, so while he's doing that, so back to what things going on right now. So Brawl is going boom, 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 boom. So right behind you, a good you guys have a round. So the people at the golf post can get into cover, and Brawl could run up and usher the civilian into goes go 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 civilian go go go. Is Brawl gonna rush this egghead into safety?
Hold on. See if that corrected it.
4 farmer jobs. I said 4. We got garden plot spaces is 4. It says still 0 farmer jobs.
Well, we have
Because
4
now it's got
farmers,
gardening
which-
plots. Because it's going
Yeah.
to do the gardening plots. I gotta go now. I've gotta find the. I'm
Wow,
working on it. I fixed one half of it. I haven't fixed the other half of the equation yet. There's 2 halves for some ungodly reason.
Because each farmer can do up to technically 6 plots, it said, but the max on here is only 4. So we've just been having 4, each
We
person
would go
do 4
for
plots.
it's fine for now until
Yeah.
we fix it. So with that said, Shiro, will Brawl make the effort to usher with him the civilian scientist into safety as he's being chased by raiders?
What he'll do is shout at him, get into the town, and pull out new Kakama rifle and fire it once into the swarm of raiders that are probably a long range away as he's moving,
So, okay.
instead of taking
No,
aims.
hold on, it's not your turn yet. No,
What do you mean
actually,
it's not my
outside
turn?
of turn.
I have first turn even.
Hold on. No,
my
no.
thing.
Let me check. Let me check the NPCs. Don't count them out
Like,
yet.
it's not my turn. I would be very concerned if I did not get first turn IP for each spoon. Where does unemployed count against farm?
It doesn't. Okay, they have initiative 11, and the Raider veteran has an initiative 17.
Your veteran ties.
But you are the player, so I'll give the tie to you.
Oh, that's very entertaining.
Okay.
The
Who
debate
do you wish
is...
to shoot? Hold on, let me get them set up. Okay, there are 4 of these guys. Let's go. 8, save.
Why is this thing?
They got 4, and at the head of the 4 is the leader, the one who's leading them right now, which is he has 21 HP. And the base raiders have 14. Oh no, dunt, 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 dunt.
Oh, hey, they statted out Craig Boone from New Vegas.
Oh, nice.
So for some reason, it is considering farms it's multiplying them by a negative of 1. So anytime
Why?
it says, you're asking the wrong person why. But I'm looking at this thing, and it's just counting anytime you have a farm or plot as a negative value for the jobs.
Weird.
I'll just remove that then, because that's stupid.
Because that should be a positive value for the jobs.
Because the job farmer, for whichever one you put, would normally be a negative for your farm values.
So, but why would
So
you
in the
that doesn't
in the
make
thing,
sense.
it also has has effects. This job says provides 8 food, but in the table says provides 7. Table in like the column thing
Mm-hmm.
has a 7 and 7
So
8.
you don't touch that. That's C6.
So, do we want to do you want to spend some time tomorrow, Scribe?
I will not have time tomorrow to help try to work with...
I will sit here and figure this out
Well,
slowly.
I mean, like, do we even want to do this automated sheet, or just do it by hammer jam?
I mean, a lot of the information, it is, good to have, even if
It's not even necessarily wrong.
It's not necessarily wrong, it's just off. It's one of those things of, if this was accounting, I'd be like, okay, this is absolutely
awful, redo it.
Redo it. But this is not accounting. This is close enough for government work.
I used to do accounting.
So, I guess Shu will fix it. Do you not work tomorrow?
No, I don't work till, at worst, Friday.
I don't work tomorrow either. So, anyhow, back to the session.
Yeah, I'm working tomorrow, so
I
I
was
can't
checking.
help you.
Yeah, I was checking to see if they actually had like a settlement sheet in the settlers guide, because they'll have sheets like that at the end of books. But no, they didn't put anything in like that. At least nothing I can see yet.
No, it's-
Yeah, they don't actually have a settlement sheet, which is strange. Oh well.
Oh, because it count. Okay, it counts the food against them already. It's counting that food against them
Okay. So figuring that they get one food for
from
their
what
own
they
work.
produce.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense then.
Alright.
Makes sense.
But the farm. Why doesn't the farmer jobs show up on the front page?
They're making 8 and then they're taking 1. They're doing it's doing what it's supposed to.
The whole farmer jobs.
Yeah, the farmer jobs are correct.
Okay. Then why does it say 0? Is the 0 is the how much you have over?
Wait, that's how many
Zero
jobs we
is-
have open.
Yeah, jobs open.
Oh, okay. Now that works.
Yeah,
But the only thing they really fucked up is they didn't include that it starts
They
at
don't
base
count-
10.
Yeah, they didn't have the happiness.
they don't
start at
have base 10 and farm gardening plots don't count towards farmer jobs for some reason. I have to fix that.
Okay. So with that said, brah, roll your attack. So you stop, combat starts. So your mid step, boom, combat starts. So do you want to turn and fire? Since it would take them 2 turns to get. It would take them a turn, maybe 2. Take them like 2 turns to get in position for them to engage in you. No, it would take them a
Because
turn.
it's a minor,
It would take them a turn to get into range.
and it's a minor action to move 1 range, right?
Yep, one action to move 1 range.
Then yeah. I will yell at the non-combatant. Get into the city. Turn with the nuke rifle, combat rifle, and fire
He will spend.
while backing away.
He will spend a major action to move 2, and then a minor action to move. Another.
It's a major to move an additional 1. That's what it was, I believe. It was minor for 1, and then you can do major to do another minor for another 1.
Yeah, you can always use a major to buy
I thought
the
you could
minor.
do a major to move 2 increments. Can't you? Hold on.
I think it's you use your major and your minor to move 2,
Yeah.
like a full round action.
Is it? Hold on, let me look.
Yep. That is what the book says.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but at the start of I was looking at the start of the session. The GM gets a number of action points to use for his characters equal to the number of players in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I get 6. I get
No, you get 4 because there's 4 of us.
4. Well,
Equal to the number of
there's
players.
5 in the game though, but there's only 4 active. But
Yeah, there's only 4 active.
fair enough.
Hit
I'll
us
do
with
4.
5.
I would do 4. Teddy's not.
How about you raise no bitch? Hit us with 5.
Fine,
Yeah, you can forget his 5. Well, I'm going to be piloting extra people because
So,
I have
that's
Curry
fair enough.
and thing. So
And the extra people will count as a player, so
Companions.
I'll get 6 just to make it balanced out.
yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
All works out in the end.
And
I
like
fire
if,
back up back
you could always use
keep-
an action
keep
point
in
to buy a
mind-
minor,
Yeah. Keep in mind.
2 to buy a major.
Keep in mind the NPCs, the plot NPCs have 5 action points they haven't used yet. And hold on, I'm gonna make a second tracker right here, and put green on this. So, and boop, and on the green dot for the second one, then the second one right here with the green dot. This will track of how many your children add an AP they have. They currently have 0.
Okay.
They as a group can only they as a group don't have individual, like the plot NPCs don't have individual pools, and they themselves can have a max of 6.
Okay.
Okay, so with that said, you turn fire. Who exactly would you like to shoot? There is, as I said
would
before,
like to shoot the Raider vet. I identified the most spooky person.
Okay.
Shoot him first because he's scary.
Okay, let's see. I will later come up with something for the stats to make the variant ammo sometime. So he has a defense of 1. You get 2 AP back.
I'll put 1 back into my pool because that's what I spent 1 from, and I'll put 1 into the party pool.
Hang some water. And
I'll spend 2 additional ammo because he scares the shit out of me. I will reroll my 3 blink dice
Ooh, you
because,
got 2
again,
effects.
spooks. Got potentially more.
Hold on.
I reroll. I have the 3
Yeah.
blink reroll.
So you're not using free radical. You're using the nuclear gun.
It has a longer range.
Fair enough.
Because I have the scope on it, or the long barrel. It's a long range instead of medium.
Okay, so you have 2 effects. So that's
Wait,
piercing
3?
Piercing 3 because you have.
That's a total of 9 damage at Pierce 6.
Oh. Pierce 6, damn. So that takes all of his that, and so 9. He just takes straight up 9 damage. So roll where you want it. We'll see where you hit.
Oh, it's always hitting head. I get the aim for free. I get the called shot for free.
Oh, do you now? Fancy.
Yeah,
And
Okay.
it doesn't get the
the difficulty.
it doesn't get the difficulty increase. Yep.
I have the
Okay,
perk.
let's see. What
Nice.
happens when you crit the head? Critting the head, you momentarily
Please slow
daze and
down.
lose your normal action. So he, for 1 turn, he loses all his base actions. Fancy.
Yeah, that's the point of aiming for the head. They leave me alone as I scurry away.
Okay, Raiders. He will spend 3 AP out of the pool, so that all of them will move into engagement range of the party, of the people there. Damn, I'm using half my pool already. Are you happy now?
Coleman,
Hmm?
really quick.
Except
are
the
you
except the one
consolidating?
that's stunned because he can only move 1 range increment.
No, he spent 2 for a major and 1 for.
Oh,
a minor.
okay. Oh, okay,
Like I
okay.
said, I spent 3 points, using up half I get at the start of combat. So, Jude, what do you do with your turn? You guys are you're currently technically I will allow you to count as already covered because you're at the training area slash guard post. So what do you do, Jude? There is 4 raiders and 1 raider veteran. A probing attack is attacking the settlement. What do you do, Jude?
I'm in range of the veteran, right?
Yes.
Then I'm gonna aim and shoot.
Hit me with your best shot. Fire away.
Shiro, those were set up like that because each of the crops are different.
And I'm gonna
Okay,
spend
set them
an
back up
action
that way.
point.
Oh god, that's so fun. Okay,
Okay, so it was
that's
1,
that's really difficult.
4,
Okay,
2.
I should be able to just see my way through it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay, that should be it. Yeah, because all those are different crops.
That is 1 success.
I'm trying to
That
think
is
of
enough
some
to hit.
easier way to fix this.
Please roll the damage. And then roll where you hit.
Okay. Sorry. The fertilizer earlier.
You did 2 damage. You're aiming at 17.
4.
17 is left leg. His left leg. Do you have two? Do you have piercing on this weapon? No. So you do no damage as the arrow bounces off of his leg armor.
13.
Ting.
13 fertilizer.
Hans, roll me a d4.
Yep, rolling a d4. Also, please ignore the combat dice there. I had forgotten, to roll the fertilizer that we got
Do you need a day
this
anymore?
week.
I'm about to hide it. Do you need it anymore?
And it's 13. 2.
You will show up in 2 rounds. Not
So, I
including
figured
this
it out.
round.
Actually, the bow would have had piercing 1.
Alright, so you do 1 damage to him.
You figured it out?
Okay. Joseph, roll me a d4, because that is my standard for how quickly you people outside of combat in any tabletop system can show up. So, the end of next round, you will show up.
Okay, but my
But your brother, but the 4 people you have on guard, they already count as in cover because they were training with bows and keeping an eye on the road. What do they do? Brother number 1, what does he do?
all right.
Whoever you wish that to be.
We will go left to right on this one. So, Edward, while he was training with the bow, he still had his pipe gun on him. So he's going to move. He's going to move. He could still see them. Pipe gun range is.
They're within engagement range for their weapons too, and they have pipe weapons. So
Okay, so close range. So, minor action, aim. Unless he has to. No, he started in cover.
yes.
So minor action, aim, and then pipe gun. So target number 10. Slogan is agility. Okay, 6 plus 1. One success on. Let's do the one that Bruff fired on before.
the leader of this raging party. Okay,
Yep.
roll the attack roll.
He already got the success on 1.
And the thing with these guys, we would treat the rest of them. One of them would be since he's not here. One of them would be the main character. The other ones would be like NPC extras, like you.
Oh, but he did take the aim action. So hold on.
Mm-hmm. So as I was saying, since you're not up, he since you picked him first, he would count as the main character, and other one of them will be considered NPC supports.
Right, you can consolidate them now, as I just have, instead of having them as different crops, I have a total of number of plots, and how many of each plot is what, resource.
So I guess you
I'll
can
make it
fix
even
now,
worse.
sir.
So, it's
So with those, that means that they would act as just like an assist with
Rolling one thing and they add their damage to the damage. Yes.
Okay.
Or did you already fix it?
I already fixed it. First of all, second of all, I see why it's so.
I will
funky.
let them. You can instead direct those at other people within range.
Okay.
So the reason it's so
that's how I'm
funky.
going to do mass combat for you guys, because the system's already heavily geared in your guys' benefit anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Also, the reason the sheet is so funky as it is because it's based on if you have to make garden plots, and then the crops don't take up any rooms or spaces, except for determining based off of garden plot sizes. or
Okay.
plots, and the garden plot itself provides a farmer job. I changed it so that it just pulls from that, so we don't have to put plots down for each individual set of crops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can just
Okay,
consolidate the
and
crops.
then
So
to
you
the
don't take
and
up
then
all
to the NPC portions of this.
I'm still going to consolidate it.
Have the other
Wait.
ones? Do you want them to all aim at the same person or aim at other targets?
Yeah, well, no, we'll have them all aim at the same person.
All right. Roll those those 3 assists.
Just to consolidate down some other things and eventually. Alrighty. There we go.
You can probably do it as a mass roll too. Unless they have different stats.
They do, but
Okay.
let me just roll 3d20 and then I'll check down the line. Okay, first one will probably miss. Second 2 will get it because I just know because the lowest target number I have is 8, and that was on the first guy.
Okay. So.
And I closed everything I had open. Hold on.
Additional rooms.
It happens.
Actually, so that was a total of 25 because we were favoring the 5 that we already had. Boop. We have 20 additional rooms.
So I had.
Does it list any unemployed? Does it also list our unemployed?
I mean, we don't have everyone put down as a job, but we don't have anyone labeled as unemployed.
I guess, yeah, so they have something to do.
They have something to do, it's just they haven't been explicitly said to be doing something.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Antonio was like, I guess hunter-gatherer, or what was he doing, seeing as he was our swimming guy?
He could probably he'd probably be hunter gatherer because he could go into
Or
irradiated
scavenger.
lakes, scavenger. Yeah.
I'm gonna put him down as hunter-gatherer.
Okay,
Yeah.
Eric missed. 1 will hit with his combat shotgun.
Each day, you roll 3 combat die and add the total rolled to the community's food for the next day. Each effect
nice.
rolled adds 1 plus 1 random foraging item.
So roll that as well as scribe.
Okay.
So how much total damage are they get? So roll the damages for them.
3
And what locations they hit.
additional food.
And since you don't need the food, do you want it
Yep.
to be extra? One of them cannot be mutafood.
We've already
Okay.
got 4, crop things with full muty fruit.
You know, eventually you're just gonna probably have to have like a massive crap ton of fills of just mutafruit.
Yep, muty fruit, and also set up for some tarberries and melons for other flavors of.
Yeah, you're just
you
gonna
could
have
do.
like boom. Should have made them use bows. Yeah, not guaranteed to do better. So how much total damage and where are they hitting?
Okay, 4 damage with a combat shotgun, so it has spread. So 2 effects rolling into 2 other locations. Both will be the same thing. So, but since the base damage is 4, they're probably not going to get to that. But it's torso. And no, that's all torso. Hold on.
Boom, boom, boom. And unfortunately, his torso, unless they have some kind of piercing ammo, I'm pretty sure has
The other 2 locations would be the right arm, and the head
So
for the half damage effect from the combat shotgun.
he has DR2 to all locations. So half damage.
Okay.
So half damage is do no
it'd just be-
damage.
Yeah, it'd just be So it'd just be 2 to the torso that you'd have to worry about.
Okay, 2 damage.
And that
to the
is-
torso.
Yep.
And
yeah.
the first guy did 4 damage, and
To the left arm.
which is 2, so he takes 2, so a total of 4 damage. Boom! They do 4 damage to him, which is
Hold on. And now for Brogan, because he's the other assist, since it's 3 NPCs and we're just rolling assists, and he got in.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming he's taking the minor action he needs to take, he's going to go in and punch.
Okay.
So
Boom.
he's rushing out of there and running into melee combat. He did succeed on the initial roll. So let me pull him back up. Okay, cool. And it's a melee bonus for strength. Let me check the strength again real quick. For strength 8 is just an additional 1, right?
Correct.
All right. So Brogan heading up to this guy. First area, since he already got that 1 success he needed. That will be... He is punching him in the right leg.
Charlie horse.
Bam! Good. He. Wow, that is a shot here. Boom! He punches. He does 2 damage to it, which is.
Hold on, let me check something.
Does he?
Because
Have an
he has
effect?
paralyzing
Effects give-
palm.
Oh, what does that do?
Oh, that's if you choose to. That's if you choose to strike a specific location. So
Okay.
he actually wouldn't be able to do that running as an assist.
He would
It's
not.
kind of like an allied NPC because that requires you to roll more than just 1 die.
Yep. So if he's ever by himself or he's considered the main NPC, then you could do that.
Yeah. Oh. Aha. I don't know.
Yes.
How many effects did he roll?
4. 3.
3.
3 effects. Add 3 more damage to that because his armor attacks have vicious.
Oh, what the lord! So bam! It's like so. That is a
Iron
fucking
fist.
boom! And you hear a crunch as this guy like dents this dude's like the metal plates on his armor. He's like,
And that's
"The fuck?"
enough to go to the effects of a critical hit too.
Yeah, if it's only DR2, he still 5 damage went through on that,
Yep. To the leg.
So,
and that's on the
Charlie
left.
horse.
He's got the
so you
stinky
can
leg.
hear his femur like crack,
Crack!
from the distance.
Fucking like, what was that? What was that? What's that comic book hero? Luke Cage.
Yeah.
I thought you were
Boom!
talking about
Crack!
Iron Fist.
Brogan is just this big Scottish bastard.
So as you guys see a punch, you see it go boom. You guys hear a dink as the armor and as his fist retracts. You see a very visible a dent in the plate armor of these Raiders cage armor. Well, that was something. Draw back to
Okay,
you.
that's all of them.
Back to me.
They're like, dude, the dude just fucking. Hey,
Dashed past me, ran up to the guy, and blew his leg up with his fist.
Yep, he did. He's one past one. Punch! He damn near fisted an North Star this guy's leg.
Hey, that's
Yes,
a good reference.
Mm-hmm. I know it's what
I
you're
always
named
remember
after.
that. Yeah, it's a good reference.
You know how much of a nerd that makes your parents?
Why does it make my parents a nerd? It's just like it came out
It's an
around
anime.
that time.
It is still an anime.
It it depends. Were you named after the
Yes.
anime or
Yes,
just
yes,
named?
yes. I was named
Then
after
yeah,
the guy.
it's nerdy.
I'd like to put
It's
out
nerdy.
that was just like a movie that came out around the time my dad was like young and old.
Yeah, but if it was specifically because of the movie, it's nerdy. If it just
Yeah.
happened to coincide,
Anyway,
It's because-
combat.
Anyway, combat.
There's
Anyway,
more-
combat. Let's finish these guys off so that way we can stop with. We can get ready for next week's combat episode.
Mm-hmm. So, with that said, combat. Bro, what do you do?
He apparently
call
takes
one
a
thing.
phone call.
Damn it, Sheriff.
well, we could skip him and do the other turns until.
No, that wouldn't work.
Nope.
I mean, the Raider veteran can't move anymore, so.
Ah, father, that cat, get up.
Is he the one you kneecapped?
He is.
Yes. Broken went in like a badass and shot the leg.
Well, bam!
He's freaking old school Greco-Roman wrestling this guy and just took out a knee.
And these guys are confused because these are old Raider party, but
Yes, they're still in Raider armor, but their Raider armor is painted with Children of Adam emblems.
and iconography.
Holy.
I imagine
Brothers.
Brogan has that painted on his forehead.
Because he's
I'm just picturing like the nuclear symbol,
You know?
like just tattooed onto Brogan's forehead, like bullseye.
Should have had the other guards use the bows. This would have been a good teaching experience.
I don't have them on the sheets yet. I wasn't expecting this. I'll put them on the sheets, and I'll look over which ones are actually tagged in athletics to see which ones will train well for it.
Oh, while we're waiting, Joe, Roy, I need you to roll high or low.
Oh, well, let's go high. I'm feeling high. Yeah, not quite.
Okay.
Close, but no cigar.
Did you see the video I sent you, Razor?
What? Yeah, sure, but I'll look at it later. will be interesting. Not necessarily going to be a combat session. It's going to be an active session, not a.
Yeah,
tournament
fair
session.
enough. Distinction. I mean, it's going to probably end up that we might get attacked every session just because of how successful we are.
Indeed. We'll see how. Yeah.
Because the attack risk is currently 2d20, and we have a defense of 20.
I got a phone call from my mom asking me questions about technology.
Isn't she like downstairs, or she was somewhere else?
No, she's in Wisconsin right now visiting a close family friend who has cancer.
Oh.
Oh, so you got stuck with millennial tech support.
Yeah, millennial tech support.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how it is. But if it were my dad, it would have been boomer tech support, except for he was competent with tech on his own.
Alright, it's your turn.
But
Your
yes, it's
turn,
my turn.
sir.
I did not realize they were close range before, and I would like to swap my gun out to the funny radical radium rifle,
Yeah. You want to do the free radical?
the minor action, to swap out the gun and shoot this funny rad rifle. I'll spend my 1 AP. I will shoot a mook. This mook. This guy right here.
Okay. No, that mook's not there.
What mook's not here? This one.
Just the ones in this pyramid strike right here, and this V.
Oh, the pyramid strike? I guess there's one line.
Why is there a mech at the bottom? Is that the veteran?
No. The veteran's right here.
It
The one
concerns-
you fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay,
got
I see a mech thing at the bottom. Like, what the heck?
So, anyways, I will roll my
I don't know.
dice.
Maybe there's an answer
Oh.
somewhere in the turnover.
I will set another one into the party AP and one to
Oh
myself.
God!
Yeah.
This is again aimed at the head because I'm a violent man and headshots are mean.
Headshots are how Bruff says hello.
Yes, they are.
Let's
Right,
see. How about, so that is successful.
2 blank dice do reroll, for a total of 6 damage with 3 persistent radiation damage.
Ugh.
Oh, and 3 radiation damage on
So,
the initial hit.
yeah,
Okay, so
and
yeah,
how
he'll
many
start
effects-
degrading
how many
and
effects
he
did you-
shave
your-
3 off the top.
So, and you got and so essentially, you did 3 radiation damage, and it will persist for 3 rounds. The next 3
Yes.
rounds. So they take another 3. That's persistent radiation. It's dangerous.
That's the persistent of 12 damage total. But also it did do 6 damage on the hit plus 3 radiation,
Okay,
which
first
radiation
off,
should
hold
apply
on,
first.
How much is regular damage? 5, right? 6.
6.
Okay. How much radiation damage are you doing that decreases the max health?
3.
Okay, so hold on. It decreases the max health, and if it exceeds the max health, they start also taking actual health. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, radiation damage is
Decrease max first.
yeah.
And if it lowers it past where their current health is, it lowers their current health.
Okay, so
In
take
addition.
3. They go 14 to 11. Boom.
And then it's to the head for 6.
I already cleared the original 6 you did.
Because the rad damage should apply before normal damage.
Yeah, I already did. So you apply, you did the 6 damage. I included the 6 damage you already did. So now they are at they are 8 health with now 11 maximum from 14 maximum because you do.
It should be 11. They should be at 5.
No, so originally,
the radiation damage applies before the bullet
sure?
damage. Because I believe so.
No, because it's weapon hits then effect.
Is it?
Yes, weapon hits
Oh.
then
Yeah.
effect.
Yeah, with
Because
I
you
lied.
only
I
deal
see myself
effects
out.
if you manage to do damage.
Okay.
so the physical damage
I
still
thought-
apply, and then you shave that.
Yeah.
Then you shave the then the
Okay,
radiation
so
shaves
for-
it off.
So hold on. Before we
But
get to that,
now he's irradiated and getting worse.
So, but before we get to
Okay.
that, so from the base damage, 6 damage, and you shoot him in the head. Looking at
Nope.
his stats, since this weapon does not have pierce in it, his helmet does have a none, I guess. That's
The Raider helmet is usually 1, isn't it?
nope. They've only have arms. The base raiders only have armor on the arms and torso.
Oh. Wow.
And
So that's the headshot effect.
So that boom, you drop him for 14 to 8.
Yeah.
Okay, and then now you do 3 radiation damage. Unfortunately, they have 0 radiation DR, so they just take the 3 radiation damage. That drops the max of 14 to 11, and that's your damage turn.
And that's technically, that should be a crit to the head because it was.
It is, and now he's
6.
critted in the head
So he's
for
also
1
slow.
round, and he's irradiated for 3 rounds.
Yep. And then I'll spend the 2 party AP I've generated to shoot the next one that needs a headshot. Because I'm an asshole. The temptation. Is it 1 AP to get another minor?
Yes.
So hold on.
1 AP.
So hold on. Why would it do 12 radiation damage?
Because it's persistent.
3 on the
for
hit,
next-
and then 3 on
3
each
rounds.
persistent for 3 rounds makes it
But
12
we'll
total.
break it down each round. Don't add it
Yeah.
all together.
No, I said total.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just done it in my head. I'm like, that's a lot. If you don't have a way to stop it, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm toxic, and I think it's funny. I'll spend 1 AP to hot swap the guns back. I think it's funny swapping between them.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, yeah, I'm taking another shot. Just at this guy instead.
Okay. You know, your most effective thing is to use a radiation gun. Honestly, though.
No.
Okay. Fire
It is
away.
a lot less effective on initial hits. Ah, God! I'm gonna blow up my own Nuka combat rifle. Oh no.
Oh no!
Do you want to spend a luck to reroll that?
Yeah.
It is a unique item.
I'd rather not blow it up.
Hey,
I mean, the complication is usually just jamming, but
Well, yeah, the first one is jamming. It's post 2 is blowing it up.
but
So-
the reroll makes it a hit.
Makes it a hit.
The
What?
reroll did not make it a hit because it's a second attack, which
Oh,
increases
right, second
difficulty by
attack, so
1.
increased difficulty.
If it had been a 6, it would have been against its
Yes.
attack skill.
Unfortunately, that's the end of your turn.
I
Raiders.
cry.
This guy. He's at 2 You just got fucking. He's got 2 HP. His leg is fucked up.
he can attack Brogan. That's it.
He's like,
Does
fuck
he
you!
dare?
And he is gonna stab him.
Yeah, I definitely need to get the same. I need to get the modifications to the Nuka combat rifle for the radium rifle,
Look
and
up
then
some-
it would be more effective to shoot the radium rifle.
Okay. He
Not having
will.
vicious or piercing.
He will rock you.
Actually, mostly just not having piercing.
He
like that.
will. He will stab him with his machete. It's a... And he will spend... You know what? Spend 1 AP out of this to drop it to 2 AP in the pool for him. And he will spend that 1 AP to give him additional die. So that's 7 with a melee of 4. That is a success. He will also spend the last remaining 2 AP to give him 2 more combat dice on this attack. So that's a base of 4 plus the 2, that becomes 6. 6 combat die. He would do... This has no effect on the effect. So 3 damage to... 1.
Really? Machetes have piercing, don't they?
Not listed on this one, do they? If it is, then that would be piercing 1.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, they may not include on that because they often underdo the gear for the NPCs to kick it.
Because he's a Raider veteran, right? Which is basically what I base Brogan off of.
Yes.
So he has a combat rifle, a machete, and the unarmed attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, machete has piercing 1.
Oh, it does say piercing 1.
Yeah.
I just misread it. Anyhow, so piercing 1, so he gets pierced 1 of the defenses. That's 3 damage to 1, and 1 is head. He kind of just flops up and I guess slashes at
Okay,
his
so
head.
it would be treated as DR2, so he'd take 2 damage.
Okay. Now the other raiders.
And this crazy motherfucker just smiling through the blood coming from his forehead.
He something about these wounds on the flesh are not this flesh is transitory. I've been blessed with Adam. Your attacks mean nothing to me, or something crazy like that.
No, he's just a crazy Scottish bastard.
So hey, no, in that case, he probably really bought into the Children of Adam thing, like really
Yep.
bought into it. Future zealot there.
Radiation Catholicism. Go.
So this one right here will shoot at Bra. By the way, you at the end of this turn, you should show up. Hold on, shouldn't he have voted? Is this the second time we're getting back to you? We got back to you, Shiro.
This is the first time he got back to me.
Okay, so at the end of at the
Joseph will show up this turn, and then
Yep.
Then
Hans will show up in
the
turn
next
later.
Okay, so this guy will say, "Fuck you with your big shooties," and "Big shooty you."
Fair enough. Fair enough. Understandable. I do have a
Okay.
defensive too.
Not only that, this raider will use his Let It Rip, which he can do once per combat, meaning he adds the fire rate he adds the fire rate as additional damage to a single attack, which means, and he will also spend additional ammo. So this is gonna be a big boom, potentially. So no, him just miss 2. 6. 2. What? Did not roll? Oh, there you go. It does hit?
It does not hit. I have a defensive 2.
How do you have a defensive 2?
I have an agility of 9.
Listen here, you little shit. Okay.
He is
Yep,
a
same
coward.
here.
He is an absolute coward. That's why I
Fair
didn't take
enough.
perception to make me.
He will.
I should have.
You know what?
If I want to,
give,
better
he
take
will
locks.
give the party 2 AP.
Try again.
You know,
To
he
make
would,
it difficulty
he would have
3?
also he would have aimed. So
He would have aimed.
okay, yes, he does hit.
What's this target number?
Number of-
What's...
Target number of 8?
Yeah.
It's 9.
You know what? Too bad. He gets a bonus because I say so. This is This system is
It's-
benefited towards you guys.
Yeah,
know.
It is.
as
It is.
as evidenced by the fact that I soloed level 10.
Okay,
I
so
absolutely
Fallout,
hate
base
it.
Fallout's
3
always
plus
been waiting for
4,
the player.
7 damage. 10 damage to your 11.
Left arm.
Left arm.
I will be taking 8 damage.
You're like, ah! And scream like a little girl.
Scream like a little girl. No, he's been screaming like a little girl since the start. Thank you.
He's been screaming
Now he's
consistently
got
since
dead
the
something
start.
and realize, oh, I'm leaving.
Okay.
Hans, I hope you're
Raider.
ready to be trading out. I'm leaving.
Raider number 2, right here on this side, who took some radiation damage.
He also
Is-
took the headshot critical.
Hold on. Let's line these guys up right here. You have... Hold on, we got... One second. Jude's there. Now, copy. And you got 4 Adams. Okay. I want boop. And doop. And boop. What's the... How much health does the first guy have?
Oh, so from left to right, we'll do the level 1, the level 2, and the level 3. So first two, so first and second from left to right will both have 8 health maximum.
8 health, 8 health, boom. And he's got 8 health.
The third one has 13 maximum.
Hold on. 8, 8. And next, the third one.
The third one, who's 1, has 13 HP maximum.
And the last one.
Brogan, the level 3, 21 maximum, current 19.
Okay, 19 out of 21. And he is up on there. So, this is a 10-20. I think we should stop for tonight. And this is fine because this will go in to the next set, and this will pay heavily into
the
what
plot session.
the plot session will be.
It's like-
Because landing right behind him from off of a building, boom! Someone in this kind of power armor.
Okay.
DOA. Children of Adam.
And he is wielding a fear of Adam super sledge. And the markings on his armor. Roll me a science plus charisma check. There, Joseph.
Are we
As you
just
get
gonna? We're just gonna assume that he's jumping in at the end of the. He's jumping into the end of the round.
Yes.
Just get the roll out of the way.
Yes. So he'll be acting this turn when we get back. Okay.
2 successes.
The markings on the power armor identify him as being a High Inquisitor.
You're getting promoted and or smited.
And also,
You're getting promoted. Resistance is futile.
The symbol on the other side that indicates what what branch is from is not a symbol you've. It is not the one from DC, and it's not the one from the Commonwealth, and it's not the one from Fall Harbor. this is a branch of the church you've never seen before. But
Neat.
but oddly enough, this symbol they have is just a hand holding an atom. Oddly enough, all the other branches have that as part of their symbol with something additionally attached to it.
Okay.
So, what
You've
conclusion
gained
does she come
recognition
to?
from the. You gained recognition from the Catholic Adam Church.
Yes.
So,
That's pretty much it. Because this would probably be the original sect.
so basically, someone from the Vatican, from Atomic Vatican is showing up here. Like, based on the faith of Adam, this guy would have instant authority wherever he shows up.
Oh, sneezy.
So yeah, someone who works for Radiation Pope has shown up.
Oh man, Geiger himself?
You know that would be,
That would actually be cool.
So his name would be Geiger. That would be great. That's a good one. But
Yeah.
so, let's see. Let me look something up before we close out. Children of Adam ranks. Children of Adam.
Well, the Curie from Fall Harbor would canonically be dead at this point. There was the Fall Harbor, one of the major sisters for that, I think was the bad guy.
No, Carrie. No, you mean not for Fall Harbor. You mean from you mean from Fallout 3.
Okay, yeah, Fallout 3.
Which is what caused a big severing of because the
caused a schism.
Some that believed in her more extreme tactics ended up in Far Harbor, and the other ones that were more peaceful ended up in the crater of Adam in Fallout 3 in the glowing sea. That's why why they're not hostile to you if you show up in game to them. But if you go to Far Harbor, they're just the people at the nucleus are distrustful and hostile. Dickish, not hostile, but and while even more than that, the last son of Adam is even so it's split into 3 sects. We haven't had the last son of Adam show up, but he will because it's gonna be a part of the plot. Because I like kind of what they did. What's gonna happen is they split into 3. There was 3 factions. There's the ones who want to return to the more peaceful mindset that they've lost that Madame Curie lost her way. The second sect was more like we had to find our own home. We have to break free. We can't be caged by all the ignorant masses. And they're a little more aggressive and a little more isolationist. They end up in Far Harbor under High Confessor. That's there. And then there's the one who's someone who refers himself to the last son of Adam, were the more militant ones, or the ones who are openly hostile to everyone.
All right.
And which one did you say you were from?
I think I did say I was from the DC one.
The ones who were seeking to be more peaceful coexist along the deserts of.
Yeah.
You wish to follow your faith, but you don't want to force it upon others.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I've been playing them. Because while I statted him out as while I equipped him out with the zealot package that they had, I've been playing him more like a missionary. So it kind of makes sense. Which is, oh, dang it, I did the walk softly and carry a big stick build.
Yep.
So basically,
Though I did change the machete out for the walking stick.
so confessor is often considered the highest authority within a sect of the church. Tectus, who ended up in the Tectus who led the more isolationist group who want to do what the fuck they want, ended up, and for Harburg claimed the title of High Confessor, which is probably a bit controversial, because only the original church could probably promote him to that. Because that means he claims leadership over the entire coast and all children of Adam who operate on that region, which is kind of bold to do. So, yeah, we'll see. So in that case, in the original church, who would be the Grand Confessor? Would be the one ahead of the entire. I think Grand Confessor. I think that works for now, unless you guys can think of something cooler sounding. As the one who would technically be head of the entire church, Grand Confessor Geiger. But with that said, this is a good place to stop. I have been Razor.
You may refer to me as Scribe.
Warrior?
Jude.
And Shiro's distracted. And we have...
No, I was sneezing and I forgot to unmute myself. I'm Shiro.
And we are the Grand Gaming Guild. Thank you for joining us for our start of Chapter 2 for Scavs of the Midwest. Anyone that stands us off to...
Not really.
Okay, stop. Goodbye, people.
Goodbye.